Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
It's a glorious day.
I suppose it's something.
You suppose it's something.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I hope it's something. I mean, we're live. We got 7 glorious people watching us. 2 of them, I know us ourselves.
Oh, that's kind of creepy. We watch ourselves. That sounds
We're
kind of...
narcissistic.
Well, I was going to say gross, depending on the context. But whatever.
Well, you don't get off on watching yourself?
No! I have to have some standards.
Some standards? Yeah, that's what it is. So, yet again, is another Sunday. It is, depending on if you remember that if it's daylight savings, it's 11 a.m. If you didn't remember it's daylight savings, you might think it's noon, but it's not. Central Standard. And for Penn, it's noon. Well, yeah, it's noon for you. But if people where you're at didn't remember, then they may think it's 1.
Well, I mean... Oh, yeah, right. Yeah. They might think it's 1. I'm sorry. I got my times mixed up.
You got screwed up.
Yeah.
Well, I think Man Squatch in the chat is one of those people because he actually showed up at the beginning of the show, not the end of the show.
Oh, did he now?
He may not have set his clocks back. Who knows? Who knows?
I suppose. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows?
But yes, episode 3 for Re-Caffeinated with Sparky and Penn. I'm sitting here again with another glorious bag of popcorn. Act 2 popcorn. Get it at your local grocery store. I'm also got I've got a Coke and a Monster myself for later on. What do you got?
I have a homemade banana shake. I have some coffee, and I have some partially eaten homemade English muffins with egg English muffins.
You're just so proper this morning, aren't you?
Well,
Do you stick out your pinky when you drink your coffee?
only sometimes.
Only sometimes.
It's at this point, it's almost a unnatural reflex.
Damn it. Okay. Enough shades.
No.
Enough shades. I gotta be able to see.
Everybody wants to say good morning to you. Okay, you want to go back to sleep? Yeah, you want to go back to sleep. Okay. Okay. I'm putting you down. Oop. There you go. There you go. And he goes back into his little nappy bin. Okay, I'm done with that. I'm done with the food because the food is.
You're done with the kitty.
Well, no, I'm
JoJo's in chat saying the dude on Iron Fortress looks like Frankenstein, which I know who he's talking about. He's talking about the main character on a show called Kanabane of the Iron Fortress. You ever seen that show?
Mm-mm.
You haven't? Alright, think of a dystopian steampunk future of feudal Japan, where they have steam engines and mechanical things like that. And they get basically ravaged by zombies. But these aren't just regular zombies. These are like molten metal on fire zombies called Kanabane. And they're on this gigantic ass train called the Iron Fortress, basically surviving.
Got it.
It's actually a really cool, interesting show. And the main character got bit by one, but he was able to prevent himself from... He's able to prevent himself from turning into one of them because of a device he made. And there's a girl that's also the same way as him, and it turned them into something else. They still have their consciousness and stuff like that, but they have the strength and the power of what these Kanabani have.
Got it.
It's interesting. I'm actually thinking about rewatching it. I know it's on the list for Watch Club, because I know Miss Steam will like to watch it on and do commentary on it along with like Violet Evergarden and stuff like that. I know Jacob told me a while ago that there was a movie about it. I still haven't got to watch the movie yet, but I've got to look for it.
I believe in you.
Oh, you never even knew?
Nope.
Well, you know now.
I do know now, yeah.
It's actually really interesting, really cool. If it wasn't for fear of getting struck down, I'd play a clip for you. I might play a clip for you later. Oh my god, new person! New person without a wrench. Here you go, have a wrench. William Written.
Hey, William! Hey, you guys!
Here's a wrench. I knight thee with the wrench. Use it sparingly. If Sparks come into the chat, you have my blessing to beat them to death with it.
Yay, Sparks.
But speaking of Sparks, I haven't seen any in a while. I don't know if I should be concerned with that, or, thankful for that, or, what the fuck. What did you think?
Repeat? I'm sorry.
So I have my mouth full. I said, I haven't seen any Sparks recently. I've got popcorn in my fucking beard. It's like, fuck. I haven't seen any Sparks recently. I don't know whether to be A, concerned about it. 2, not so concerned about it. Or 3, whatever.
I think the whatever is the appropriate response.
Uh-huh.
I need to sneeze.
Sneeze, damn it. And, oh god,
Anyways.
we just got an influx of people in. So, let's go ahead and take a look here and see who we got. We got Jacob. We got
Gem Max.
Jim Max. We got Man Squatch. We got Slacking Games. We got Windslayer. Windslayer doesn't have a wrench. Here, have a wrench, Windslayer.
Oh, it's a Windslayer.
Yeah, he followed you here.
Ah, stalker.
You stalker! Jim Max says, "Be at peace." I am at peace.
Yeah, don't worry too much about it, because ultimately, you're here, they're not. You're putting on a show to entertain the masses, and they're not. Or rather, whatever they do put on is to bitch about somebody else.
Yeah. Well, that's all Sparks. That's not anyone special. That's just the nature of a Spark. Just bitch into the ether.
Yeah, don't worry too much about it.
Bitch about people, that does not matter.
Let them live rent-free. Well, let you live rent-free in their heads. I kind of fucked that up.
Yeah, here's
you know what I was trying to say.
That's like living in a rent-free in a roach motel.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
It's like, no, I don't want to do that.
No, I wouldn't want you to do that either.
Yep.
Just as I said earlier, I have standards. You have standards.
Yep. I do want to bring this one thing up, and whether this person says or does anything about this, I really don't care. So I noticed and I watched a video And I'm going to be vague because they were vague, so I really don't care. But, brought up a video. I know they took a swing at me. It's like, okay, fine, whatever. About not caring and wanting to move away from the drama and bullshit. And, that's fine. I commend them and I applaud them for it. Here's the problem. If you want to go on a platform, your channel, whatever, you want to go say, well, I never cared about any of this, then why spend months and months and months making memes, bitching about it, making streams, making videos about it, and continuously bitching and bitching and bitching and bitching and bitching if you didn't care? I'm calling you a liar. So, that's all I gotta say on it.
You dedicate time and effort to things that you care about. Even if you say you don't care about them, if you're dedicating time and effort to it, you apparently care about it in some capacity.
Yep, you do.
So, we only have a limited amount of time on this earth. What are you going to dedicate your time to in the most effective way?
Eating popcorn on video and triggering people.
Sounds good to me.
No, it's not really drama. It's just, like I said, this segment on my channel with me and Penn is just basically going over stuff throughout the week. And we can bring up anything we want. If we want to talk about this, we could talk about this. If we want to talk about that, we could talk about that. If we want to talk about IRL, we could talk about IRL. If we want to talk about Discord, Twitter, or YouTube, we could talk about Discord, Twitter, or YouTube. It's a morning session. Basically, we can bitch or talk, event, or whatever we want to do. That's the thing with this show. We just talk about stuff throughout the week. And it's something that I noticed on a video that was posted by a certain individual during this week, and it's like, you are a lying hypocrite. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If you want to truly say you don't care, don't react. Don't respond to people. Don't spend your time making memes, making jokes, making streams, making videos, bitching about people or certain people constantly. That shows you care. If you don't respond, you ignore them, and you move on with your things, then you kind of truly don't care. That's all I wanted to really say on the whole thing. It's like,
yeah, you want to commentate about something. That's one thing. If you want to comment on how stupid somebody's being, that's fine.
Yeah.
But
and that's fine.
Dedicate all of your life for it.
Yeah, it's like if you want to put out, say you see two different. How should I put this? Say I'll use Nemo and Draconef. Let's just use those two because that'd be funny as fuck, regardless. But you see those two bitching at each other, and then they get into a session where they're bitching back and forth, and moves like Twitter and moves to their individual channels, and then like Nemo puts out video bitching about Draconef, and Draconef puts out video bitching about Nemo and stuff like that.
Then it's gone too far.
It's going too far. It's going too far. They both care way too much about it. And say Rogue comes in and says, "Yeah, you both are a bunch of fucking dumbasses," and leaves. Rogue doesn't care. He came in, he spoke his opinion, he spoke his mind, and he left. That's how you show you don't care. Oh, you guys are being idiots. Okay, have fun, bye. It's like, I don't understand what's so hard about this. And it's like, people just want to get run-ups and wants to be staying on a high ground and stuff like that. It's like, fuck that. Just speak your mind and leave, and don't fucking speak about it ever again. That's how you do shit. And go back to having fun. So, let's see who's all talking in the chat. Okay, that's a bunch of nothing. So, got any cool topics you want to talk about this morning?
No.
I know we were talking a little bit before the show. You want to bring up any of that?
Yeah. Let's see. What were we talking about all the 30 minutes ago? There was the BlizzCon thing. There was the other thing, and then there was the other thing.
This thing, that thing, the other thing.
Yep. Oh my god. I am being a failure at this. Sorry.
No, you're not.
Well, yes, so there's
No
still
pressure.
no pressure, none whatsoever.
No pressure.
There was still the Blizzard thing. So I guess we could talk about that.
Alright. Hang on a minute. Renslayer, bannering can be fun and is fun as long as both parties are willing to participate. However, when you are bantering at someone that just doesn't fucking care and wants to be left alone and you continuously banter, and then you continuously state that person is trying to constantly start drama when they're saying nothing and you constantly clap at them, that's not bantering. That's called harassment. Sorry. Bantering requires two parties to come together. Yes, I want to go back and forth with you. Alright, continue. Pin.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, the going back and forth, yeah, just at some point you gotta know when to let it go. I don't have a soundboard, so I couldn't cue that up.
I don't have the song because I know Disney will take this channel down on a heartbeat like they did last week.
Something, wiggle that butt. Wiggle.
Do not say that. You will cause him to come into the chat, into the room.
Oh, would I?
You might. I don't want to chance it right now.
Oh.
Knowing him, hopefully his time's all screwed up because of daylight savings.
Well, I don't know how much Canadians actually follow the whole daylight savings.
Yeah, we'll find out soon enough.
So, hey, Rogue! I think Sparky wants you to come in here and play a certain song. And this is where I get kicked out.
Shut the fuck up, you cunt!
Aren't you happy that you have me as your co-host?
Yes, I am ecstatic that you're my co-host.
The
best choice I've ever made. You're a lot better.
Are you regretting this?
Yeah, you're a lot better. You're a lot better than a Southern British man. You're easier on the eyes to look at.
Oh, you don't know what I look like, so you can't say that. Come on.
Well, if I had to go off of Avatar aspects, okay, I would rather look into the eyes of a pixie than stare into the eyes of a demon.
Pixies can be just as devious.
Yeah, but you got a better looking face. Boom, co-host. Actually, I don't know if she could be considered a Boom co-host. I don't know who's older here, me or her.
I'm pretty sure I'm older.
Okay, by how much?
Well, what year were you born in?
88. Gemini.
Yeah, I'm at least 3 older than you.
At least 3 older. Hey, we got a new subscriber. We got a Winslayer who subscribed to the channel. Yay!
Keep them coming, boys. Keep them coming.
Yeah, I mean, that's 3 today so far. That's William written a Winslayer, and surprisingly enough, a pin.
Yes, because why I wasn't subscribed to your channel, I will never know. Maybe it was one of those things where YouTube actually unsubscribed me. We're just going to go with that, because I don't know if that's true
It unsubscribed. Okay, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
Winslayer says 92, you young pup. He says that he's a child here. Oh no. I know Rogue's coming in now. I just seen him on Steam. He just fired up his sound pad. He's going to be coming in.
Well, I mean, maybe he hasn't been listening in. Maybe it's just a coinky deep. Remember,
Quick! Red alert! Red alert!
maybe he just remembered that it's the show. He did say on Friday. Was it Friday? I think it was Friday. He did say on Friday that he remembered that we're doing a thing, and that maybe he'll pop in, maybe he won't.
Yeah, I got a feeling he's gonna pop in he's got to put his ugly head any minute now. Ah! Speak of the devil.
Did he pop in? Because I'm not looking at chat. Yeah, he totally popped in, but he's muted. He's muted.
He shouldn't be muted.
He's either self-muted or he's server muted.
I don't think he's server muted. He has permissions.
I know nothing.
There he is.
Damn, I called it.
So, what are you guys talking about that promotes me to show up again?
We've said your name
nothing.
3 times, and here you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that.
You like Beetlejuice, man.
Sometimes it's effective, other times it just, blows up into your faces.
So how did daylight savings treat you?
Well, we had daylight savings.
Yeah.
It treated me so much that I didn't even know about it. Yes.
That's usually the... especially on a Sunday, that's usually the response, except you think that you got an extra hour of sleep.
I couldn't even tell you I got an extra hour of sleep. I woke up the normal time that I normally wake up, the clock tells me. Either it's 9 or 10 o'clock during the weekends. During the week.
You still got an
it's a
extra hour of
Friday.
sleep. Because if the clock...
Yeah, that hour,
back.
if you want to have it, is fine. But really. But like I said, during the week, I'm usually up at 5:30. So if I noticed it, yeah, that'd be great. But I didn't, so it's fine.
He didn't notice it, so it's fine.
Yeah, he's
fine,
one.
Everybody, it's fine.
He's one of the few that slept through it.
One of the few, yeah, of course.
Yeah. Well,
I was up until about 2 o'clock in the morning. So,
yeah.
Jesus, what were you doing up that early? Or late?
Usually, I'm up until about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. That's normal. My sleep time frames. I give you guys a rest because daylight shows up roughly about 5, 6 o'clock, and then I hunker down for a bit until about the close to the afternoon, and then I appear because by then my powers are back to full strength.
Yeah, your powers are back to full strength.
Yeah, we were giving Man Squatch shit earlier because he's like, finally, I arrive at the beginning of a show and not the end of it. It's like, yeah, well, I guess you didn't set your clock back.
Yeah. Surprisingly, we got an influx from one channel over to the other.
Yeah, 3 subscribers this morning.
How did you manage that? Did you have to show off some boobs there, Pen?
No, not mine.
No.
Oh, okay. You're showing us Sparky's boobs again. Oh.
No. We got the subscribers in this order. We got a Pen-chan who subscribed.
Yeah, because I for whatever reason wasn't.
Oh, okay.
Sure. We'll go up and subscribe you. We had a William Renton and then a Renslayer.
Oh, so you got our normal stalkers. Hello, normal stalkers.
Yes,
How you doing out there? As per usual.
As per usual.
As per usual. It's what we normally do. We usually get our stalkers from our classic YouTube side. I mean, I'm surprised none of the stalkers from the classic, what do you call it, Twitch side hasn't jumped over and said hello. You do realize that we have more potential stalkers on the Twitch side than we do on the YouTube side.
Yep, there's that cloud guy.
Yeah.
The cloud guy.
Cloud guy.
My God, it's the cloud guy.
Yes. Now we have some unusual people there, Sparky. If you look at our list of conventional and non-conventional stalkers, we have more non-conventional than conventional. Yes.
I do miss Fliss, though. Wherever she
Well,
might
there's
be.
nothing stopping us from going back.
I mean, this is true.
I mean, we can just simply upload a recording on the actual YouTube side, like Ninja did, in order for him to become YouTube famous.
Yeah, nothing is stopping that, but if people like the interactivity, though.
I know.
So if we
It's
were
one
to
of
do
those
that,
things.
I'd say we'd have to upload at least a 30-second announcement of, hey, come check us out over on the Twitch side at this time because we're doing this thing and you don't want to miss it.
Pan, you act like that's not going to be or you act like that's going to be difficult to actually do something.
I
like that.
didn't say it was going to be difficult. I just
It
said
would
we
have
need
to be
do it.
somebody who would have to, be on the ball to actually make these quick announcements.
Yeah.
And I wonder who'd be elected to do that because,
Well, it couldn't be you because you would be working at the time that we would need to launch that announcement. At very best, it could be me because I am ahead of your time, and I get home a little earlier.
Here's the problem there, Pen. Will you be able to do it? Because you tend
I have
to
something
be en route to finding food and stuff by the time I get home.
Okay,
which
so
still gives me 2 hours before the actual show starts.
So then here's the other option. Nemo, who actually makes the damn thing and has it ready to go,
Nemo would be able to do stuff?
Yeah. But then again, it's just a matter of, just consistency, staying on top of it. All that other shenanigan bullshit, they say, do this multiple times for marketing purposes. And there's somebody else who joined. Ah, it's Jen.
Yeah, Jim Max.
Well, you know what time it is.
Hello.
Bitches love guns.
Morning, Jim Max.
Love cannons.
Bitches love cannons.
I have that somewhere.
Bitches love cannons.
All right, fine. Let's just go out and show off our
sound pads.
I got two
my
new ones
sound
as well.
pad is on my computer and I'm on my tablet. My wife is asleep.
Well, I got new ones, so it's like.
Get that bitch a cannon. Bitches love cannon. All made in Taiwan.
Bitches love.
Oh, we have somebody that hasn't been around there a long time. What's up, John Doe? And yes, fight. I've been prepared for this.
I will tell you what I am doing, Sparky. I am watching you on my 4K TV.
Why would you do that? He's not worthy of that level of irate.
Oh my god.
God,
No, turn it off. Turn it off. Turn it off. I'll break your TV. Fucking turn it off.
What you can see is amazing.
Yeah, I will break your TV.
I don't want to know. Sometimes I fear of looking at the actual YouTube side of things. You just never know what Sparky might be pulling up or pulling out or pulling in. I have no idea.
This is the first time I've been able to see Sparky in 4K because, 280p was his highest resolution you could have forever.
True.
Yeah, for the longest time I was stuck at 280p.
So, boys, how was your week?
There was a week.
Yeah, there was a week.
I did a free trial of Battlefield 5 and it's still a trash fire.
I went through a He-Man based game, which was quite interesting. Side-scrolling type game.
You've been playing that Outer Worlds.
Yeah, I've been playing that thing called Outer Worlds, and I also found something that was based off of He-Man, the Masters of the Universe. That's right. Thank you, Game Jolt. Thank you for introducing me to some classic games that you guys made up. I love it.
So, how is it?
What? Which one? Depending on how is what.
Outer
Specify.
Worlds?
Oh, Outer Worlds? Not bad. Like I said earlier,
Good things about that game. I hear good.
It's a very decently put together game. It does, put Bethesda to shame for the most part. But overall, I think the saturated effects that they threw in for coloring is a little outputting. I'll have to wait and see. It's one of those games you have to wait and see to see if they add in DLCs or anything else that will expand off of the story that they have.
Yeah.
The shell shading annoying on that.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost like they would try to borrow heavily from Borderlands, which I wish they didn't. I'm guessing
sucks. I don't know why they do that anymore.
I don't know.
Well,
I'm guessing I understand the aspect of trying to keep it an alienated type of game. Again, being from alien type planets, and that you would have different effects, or at least
Colors.
Colors.
Yeah.
But realistically, a saturated color planet with people with bright color clothing.
Hurt your eyes.
Yeah. Kind of blend in, and you kind of go, is that a person there? So yeah.
I've seen landscapes like that where the colors, is just amazing.
Yeah.
But it's just, yeah.
I'm
90% of the 99.9% of the time, your colors are not going to be like that.
Yeah, I'm going to wait to see if they actually allow modding in the modding community to do what they need to do in order to fix the game.
They might fix it. They seem pretty open to people's suggestions.
Well, yeah, no, that's what I mean. It's just like that's why. So
Because it usually makes it better. Give the people what they want to play.
Yes, yes, as well as creative points of interest. Basically, the game, unlike Fallout 3 and currently 4 or 76, where in that particular game of the Outer Worlds, you're able to kill everybody and still progress in game.
Do you mean 76 fuck you players?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
There's no such thing as progression in 76, so you can pretty much.
You have to add the fuck you players on it because that's part of the title now.
Yeah,
fuck you players.
Well, I mean, you want to add insult to injury. You do know that the Australian company ZeniMax or whatever it is, ZeniMax, has basically forced Bethesda to give refunds on 76.
Yeah, the ACCC has turned around and said, "No, you've got to have a possibility for refunds." Again, good on Australia, but it's a very low market in comparative to the rest of the global market. Sorry, Australia. Great that you were able to get a
US law by not allowing refunds, but they don't care.
Yeah, of course. Great that Australia has the ability to get refunds, but you're a shit show.
Bethesda has so many lawsuits against them right now. I don't think it matters at this point. They're going to be bought by somebody else who's going to fuck them up even more.
Activision! I mean, if not them, then EA. But.
Activision is trying to unfuck itself. EA, I thought, was too, and then I literally played Battlefield 5. And it was basically the same game. The commercial's just different. The trailer was different for the game. Now,
it's always been that way. I don't know why people have jumped on this, battle-related games that come out every fucking year.
The trailer looked so awesome.
Great.
That trailer was.
It's the same thing like movies. I don't trust trailers. It's just,
I know.
You show me something that looks pretty in that. It doesn't necessarily mean that's going to be the actual end game or end product. Period.
Well, I'm surprised they let people try the free trailer, put it on the expansion, and I was like, okay, I'll try this. And the free trial is just no, it sucked. It just sucked.
The reason why they wanted to give you the free trial is so you can beta test it.
Yeah, basically, and then report the bugs, and they're like, "Oh, okay, fine.
I never do that.
We might fix these, or we might not. But thanks for letting us know."
I actually got to be one of the first testers on Anthem.
I feel sorry for you.
Oh my god! I recorded it too. They said I also did the beta test for their Play app, where you can play their games from their website, from their computers. Oh my god, it's a trash fire! It is like, and they said you can't record or anything. I was like, I'm recording, bitch. I just can't show
Record
it.
everything.
Try and stop me.
They say they can take away your accounts and scrub your accounts, and I'm like, go ahead and do that. See the lawsuit that comes after it. Don't care. I don't even play their games anymore. So at this point, I mean, I play Mass Effect, but I have them on disc, literal disc. So I can,
Yeah.
Well, anybody that has been raised with old classic console before they had to go digital download.
Yeah. So they can't really scrub my account, so I don't really care.
Yeah.
No, I have PC disc, so they can't scrub those.
Yeah, those are always good to have.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to address John Doe in chat since I haven't seen him in a long ass fucking time.
No
He
worries.
says, I now have worse internet than Sparky. You haven't been around for a while. I just got done moving. This is actually my new house. So
He apparently had to build it from the scratch using whatever mage skills that he has.
He built it
left.
on top of the trailer that was flooded and sunk into the swamp, and that one sunk into the swamp, and then he built another house on top of that house's wreckage.
Oh god!
But he completely Jedi'd and Sith Lord his way to this beautiful what is it, a triple wide trailer, quadruple wide? What is this here?
It's actually a brick constructed house. It's about 1,600 square foot. A lot bigger, a lot nicer than my last one.
That's not bad. I mean, half the size of mine, but still not bad.
Yeah.
The only question is, does he have a basement? And is there a monster in the basement?
Did you ever fix the wiring problem?
No, and in fact, I found more wiring problems.
Yeah.
So I went to go wire up motion sensors in the bathroom, so when you open up the door, the fan and light kick on by themselves. And come to find out, most of the wiring in the house is daisy chained. So whenever I went to go undo the lights in the bathroom to wire them up, all the power in the master bedroom ran out.
Wow.
Like, great.
Because when you showed me that upstairs, I was like, I knew what you had. Because whoever did that someone thought, oh, I understand electricity, I can do wiring, and it was like, no, you can't. The thing is, you can't even run new cable by attaching it because it's so daisy chained, can you? You have to open up the wall.
Oh no, everything's ran through the ceiling. Everything's ran through the attic space.
Oh,
so
well, that's good.
It's real easy to rewire the house.
Attic fire.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can use junction boxes. Some of the wiring in the house I can keep. Most of it's gotta go. And basically what's gonna happen is every room is gonna the way I'm planning on doing it is getting a new breaker for the garage. That way I can have more services if I need them in the future. Like if I add on or just want to put something else in. But every room's got to get 2 breakers. One for the lights, one for the outlets. And I'm going to do that throughout the entire house. The living room is going to get 3 breakers. 4 breakers. One for the pellet stove, one for the walls, one for the lights, and one for the entertainment center itself. And it's just gotta take time.
I'm going to interrupt you there, Sparky. John Doe, how do the switches work then? You may want to answer those questions because my switches, you flick the switch up, the lights go on. Flick the switch down, the lights go off. I don't know about you, Sparky.
All right, so the motion sensor switches, it's a 2-port switch. It has a motion sensor on the bottom and a little push button switch on the top, so you can turn them on and off with the push button, or you can program them like 12 different ways. The way I got them programmed is when you open up the door trips the light and the vent, and they both come on at the same time, and then they're on a timer. So they'll stay on for 30 minutes whenever it senses there's no movement in the bathroom. So if there's no movement in the bathroom, a timer will trip, and after 30 minutes, the lights in the vent will shut off. Or if you want, once you get done, you can turn them off manually.
We kind of have that for our AC unit here with the Nest. That it does the motion sensor in the living room area and the family room. After a while, if there's no movement, and it's programmed to happen only during certain times of the day, like when we're not here. Obviously, there shouldn't be anybody in the house, but if there was somebody in the house, they'd have to set off the motion sensor. Maybe it's every hour or something.
Yeah.
Between the hours of 7 and 3 when somebody actually comes back home.
Yeah. I've got 3 motion sensors so far installed in the house. 1 in the garage and the 2 in this bathroom. And when I get done, I have 2 more in the other bathroom. But I like the one in the garage because you open up the door in the garage, as soon as you step in there, the lights come on. Or if you open up the garage door from the outside, the garage door trips the lights and turns the lights in the shop on. Oh, the existing... Oh, it's just all daisy-chained off the main power. So, from how I figured it out, there's... How
many breakers have you blown so far?
I haven't blown any breakers so far. And looking in the breaker box, the entire house is ran off of 5 breakers.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Does that mean that your oven is on a regular
the
120 breaker?
The oven's on its own breaker. The HVAC is on its own breaker. The hot water tank is on its own breaker. But everything else in the house,
2 different breakers.
Everything else in the house is ran off of 5 breakers. So in essence, I've only got I've got 8 breakers in the breaker box that's actually wired up, and there's 5 of them that's not even connected.
Jesus Christ! You're lucky your house hasn't burned down yet. Oh,
well, I took a look after I found that little issue, and I'm not overcurrenting the breakers. I'm not pulling too much yet, so I'm saving up to be able to rewire it. According to code here, I can rewire the outlets. I can run new wiring. I can run everything down to the breaker box. But per code, I've got to have an electrician come down and actually install the breaker box and install the wiring into it. So I'm just going to go through a little at a time and start rewiring everything.
Basically, what he's going to do, he's going to be buying a gallon of lube, and he's going to be bending over so that some electrician's going to come over every now and then to play with his wiring.
See, whenever I was wiring up the bathroom, whenever I unhooked the main power from the switch, because the main powers ran off of 3 different wires. You got the main power wire coming in, and then that wire jumps off 2 different wires to different places in the bathroom, stuff like that. When I unhooked that one, I lost the power in the in the hallway, the power in the main bedroom, the master bathroom, and the secondary bathroom. So that one wire is running 4 different portions of the house. 2 bathrooms, 1 bedroom, and 1 hallway.
What gauge wire are they running this all on?
12.
I will have to stop you guys being all nerds on this one, but we did have about 14 people, and we dropped down to 10 because of this conversation.
Wait a minute. This is fascinating stuff.
No. Just wait until I tell you how they ran the 220. They ran the 220. They ran the 220 with regular 12 gauge Nomex wire, and they hooked. So they're using the black as a haunt, the white as a haunt, and the background as a neutral. and there's no ground.
So are we going to see more videos of Sparky shocking himself?
That I'm not fucking touching.
Yeah.
That one's being, yeah. I don't fuck around with 220. I'll fuck around with 110. I won't fuck around with 220.
Turn off your breaker box. That's what I would do. I mean,
Well,
turn off your breaker box.
I've got the breaker box opened up. If you guys want to take over the show for just a minute, I'll take a picture and show you guys.
I knew you were gonna do that. I should have kept my mouth shut.
You really want us to take over the show? Fine. Alrighty. So Dark Fate is completely a disaster at the moment. It's pretty awesome.
What's that?
That'd be the new Terminator 2 movie that came out.
Yeah, I saw that. Oh, yeah, I saw that.
The one that retcons everything from the original Cameron Terminator to a point where it means nothing.
Yeah. Basically, 1 and 2 are the only ones that matter now.
Cameron's original 1 and 2 are the only ones that have ever mattered because of the fact that he ended 2.
I don't know.
In a fashion that you can never, but he did it in a way that you can never continue forward.
Yeah, but they did somehow.
Well, they tried to. All the other ones that followed it have never been successful.
If you go into it instead of as a action horror, but a comedy horror, it's not that bad. Because that's basically what it is. It's a comedy fucking horror.
Look, it's about a robot that comes from the future to kill people. That's about it. How hard is it?
Yeah. And yet they screw it up. I know, but it was actually... The best part of that was when they shot John Connor, and you're just like, okay, this is going to be a trash fire from here on out. You just laugh your ass off, or you can be pissed off.
Pretty much. I mean, within the first, 5 minutes of the movie, if that, you get the death scene of young John Connor, so you know that, well, okay, you're in a new time zone, new time world, and then all of a sudden you're in Mexico, and you're dealing with the Mexicans being the new savior for the global world. Yay.
A 5'3" Mexican woman who can barely lift her own body up throughout the entire movie.
Oh yeah. But I will have to say this: they did bring in a very dynamic female bot. The femme bot was actually
Terminator.
Not overpowered. We'll put it that way. Very hermaphrodite kind of look. And this is something that Marvel Universe could probably learn for their female characters for the most part. Not to make them over fucking powerful.
It was It was basically they stole Universal Soldier and put it in Terminator.
Yeah, well, that's basically that's about right. Yeah, that's about right. But the beautiful thing is that they repeated the beats from Terminator 2. It was hilarious because there were certain moments that was like that's just a rehash from Terminator 2. But we're new and fresh. It's a female this time. Aha! Yes, but it's still Terminator 2.
Femme Van Damme goes around beating up Terminators.
Yeah,
with old Arnold's help.
Yes,
I will admit Arnold was the best part of the movie.
Yeah, I would say it was good to have him there, but realistically, his character wasn't needed. I mean, it also takes away from the whole idea that you have to, go into the Terminator's head in order to flip a switch. Whereas here, after the killing of John Connor, that Terminator feels bad.
No, here's the thing. They explained it in the second one. They did explain that in the second one, where when they have to leave Skynet, when they have to leave for their time, they flip the switch for them to be on their own autonomous thinking. And they learn on their own after that point, and that's what he started to do.
Unfortunately, that never happened because the moment
terminate, he started becoming human.
But the problem would be how did they get there? Because Skynet was destroyed by Terminator 2. They would have never been able to stay within that universe, technically, on the idea of time.
How did he exist? Time doesn't work that way. Apparently, it's like Avengers. That's how they explained it. I mean,
that would have to be it because that makes no sense. It's like how did those
time travel?
There's supposed to be another. There's supposed to be another T-800 that's roaming around there. So there's like a couple of them roaming around, kind of. I don't know what to do. I'm going to
father
be.
is dead. I will become a father. Baby. And
Get
and
to
I
the
know
father
Griffiths.
now.
child the Herminator.
Yeah.
That's basically what happened.
I mean,
Oh,
is
yeah.
there a theory somewhere where basically all Arnold Schwarzenegger movies are somehow connected to each other?
Yeah, you can say that, but then explain Conan the Barbarian.
He's the original. Terminator was sent back to kill Set, and so he would not be. So computers could come about, and magic would not rule.
All right. There you go.
Something like that. I know.
That's what Arnold was, except for the Terminator.
There's the picture.
Well,
of
Sparky
the breaker
is still
box.
trying to figure out how to work his
Yeah,
screen here.
it's wanting to. It's wanting to. Fuck up.
Oh,
I don't know much about circuitry, but even that looks scurry.
Yes.
It's
my
fine.
God, Sparky!
No, it's not fine.
Put a fire alarm in every room that is super sensitive.
I've got ADT fire alarm,
Oh.
so if it goes off while I'm not in the house, it alerts me.
That
Let me
looks
know. Yeah,
worse than my
house is finally
garage's
burning
wiring.
down.
Oh my
I'm
God.
looking at a house that was probably built in the 80-ish
1978.
70s. Then that's
Yeah,
typical wiring.
70s. Called it. That's typical wire for the 70s.
Yeah,
That is,
and
yeah.
it'll be fine. It held up now, unless you fuck around with it.
When my aunts inherited our grandfather's house, the wiring looked like that, and it cost $50,000 to fix it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't fuck around with it.
Good luck, Sparky.
Don't add anything that's going to draw high amount of power, because that thing will become a disaster afterwards. So, yeah.
I almost want to say fuck with it because I almost want to see the fireworks show, but I think I like Sparky being alive just a little bit more.
I don't know.
Well,
here's
here's what ended up
You're
happening.
going to need APU power supplies for all of your computers.
Oh, they're all on such
Everything
protectors.
electronic.
They're all on such protectors.
Good.
But the house.
Hang on, before you jump there, I'm looking at Jacob's thing. I got nuked. Jacob, how do you get nuked, and for what? Again. Anyway, while we wait for that, continue.
No, it's the house got remodeled 2 different times, and instead of doing the wiring correctly, they just added on to it.
I would almost say that if you had an inspector come out to your house now, they would basically say, "Yeah, your house is not up to fire codes. We almost want to condemn it because of its hazardousness."
No, it's
You'd
not,
be surprised there, Penn. Not necessarily. You would have to base it on the actual age and what the house is drawing off of, or has like the equipment inside drawing that degree of power. It fits.
Yeah.
It actually lives up to code.
Surprise!
Surprise.
I know. I'm teasing. Why you gotta take that away from me?
Oh no! John asks a interesting question. Do I have a main breaker on the meter? No, the meter is wired directly up to the breaker, so there is no way to shut the meter off from the breaker unless you pull the meter box.
Oh,
It's
Wow.
and I'm sure if you do that, then you'll be considered tampering with government property.
Yeah, I cannot disconnect the main breaker box to plug it in myself without having somebody come down from the city and disconnecting the main meter, then going through the repairs and all that other good stuff. It's gonna be a pain in the ass to redo. That's why my best bet is going to be wire up each individual room individually. We've fixed the wiring everywhere, wire it up to the existing panel, then have somebody come down and wire everything up to a new panel. Because they won't wire up a new panel with the wiring as is.
You're just going to have a new panel installed, basically. That's probably actually cheaper.
Well, it's not that. It's just how I've got to have to run new wiring in the house before they will fix what's in the panel. And now I'm going to have a new panel installed to accommodate expansion in case I want to, put more stuff in it.
What you should do is just run wiring and just have them put a whole new panel in and not even touch that, and just have them like move it over and connect into that. That will probably put it in a bigger, newer panel.
Yeah, that's
Might be easier.
Yeah, either which way, I'm gonna be out power.
Turn the old panel
do that.
after it's disconnected, or use the copper in there to pay for your house. You probably could.
I got enough upstairs. It's just one of those things. It's what happens when you buy a house, especially an old house. I mean, to be honest, this is actually one of the better houses that was on the market. This is actually a house I bypassed a couple different times because it was in such a nice neighborhood, and the asking price
until you
like,
moved in.
No, I knew I was gonna have issues. I knew I was gonna have issues when I moved in, so it just depending on what you find.
At least drew them down when you saw that wiring.
I didn't see the wiring until afterwards.
Oh, Sparky. Oh, you could have got a shit ton off for that, just that wiring. Oh.
Well, technically the house is worth $130,000, and I got it for $85,000.
Oh, that's actually a good deal. Never mind. So yeah, that's actually.
I'd buy that for $1.
It's not like I got bent over on the place. It's just the fact that there's just so much that needs to be done correctly. And that's one of the reasons why the house has been on and off the market.
Paid about $50 per square foot. Then that's really damn good.
Oh yeah,
that's actually the average right now in America is 150. So
yeah, and the backyard of this house is actually the biggest backyard in this whole entire neighborhood, and it's privacy fenced in. Chance loves it. So,
hey, Chance, here, boy.
Oh no, it's hard.
He'll love it until he finds a bat. They'll bite him on the nose. He'll become rabid, and all of a sudden we have a Cujo moment.
Oh no!
Don't say that.
That's beautiful. Beautiful movie, by the way, Cujo.
Cujo. Did they ever make a Cujo 2? They said they wanted to forever.
No. It's a simple one-off. The dog dies. It's done. It's
well, at the end they show a puppy. So
yeah, but the chances of rabies transferring over to puppies is very rare. I mean, very, very rare.
Usually they die before they become
rabid.
Yeah, rabid. Yeah, so because the virus is a neural disease, so, and since you're young, they'll usually die from the neural disease if they do get it. But
yeah. Hold down the fort, guys. I'll be right back.
Again, he has to go pee.
No, I do have to go pee this time. Last time I had to
Usually
go
that's my problem.
What was the cybernetic dog one that was basically Cujo but without rabies? What I'm talking about.
Thinking, wasn't that sometime in the late
90s? It was in the 90s or
late 80s, early 90s. That would have been, wasn't that the comedy one that they had?
Cybernetic Killer Dog. I can't remember what it's called. It was
Cybernetic Killer Dog.
It had what's his name from Millennium in it. Or not Millennium. Yeah, the Millennium TV show or the Millennia.
You mean Lance Henriksen?
Yes, it had him in it.
Well, you know what? I'm just gonna Google what he's had for movies because I can't remember all of his movies off the top. I mean, he voiced in what is it, Tarzan? I know that. Let's see here. IMDb, tell me what he's done.
I want you to pay for that now so you can figure out basic things that used to be free. I am so
Wait a minute, IMDb wants you to pay?
It's still free.
It's still free, but the stuff that used to be basic, they want you to put behind a paywall now.
Well, what do you consider basic?
The way the grossing done is now in a more complicated way. You can't look at it all at once. You have to look at it individually. You used to be able to look at all the stuff, like all the countries at the same time instead of having to look them up individually. That's now considered pro.
Oh, okay.
And they keep on doing this every year. They keep on adding more and more of the basic stuff to pro, and basically it's going to come to the point to where you can't even look up the actor's name and what they've been in until then, because they're the only game in town.
No, they're not. There's a few others that they do exactly the same thing.
Wikipedia, but it's not quite as clean.
Let's see here. I'm not seeing. Let's see here. It was in Dream Warrior. Yeah, that's right. A lot of dead air. It's happening while I'm looking up for a dog. Dr. Sleep.
You keep on humming, so talk to you.
Dr. Sleep is fine. I can't really call it a complete interesting. It's just a prequel idea. Putting it way behind, I don't know. It's a decent movie. I can't say it's the greatest movie here, Jacob.
Mm-hmm. What was? Oh well.
There was a TV series called Bad Cats.
Who wrote Cujo? Was that what's his name? Stephen King.
Cujo, yes. Yes, it was Stephen King.
Yeah, that was one of his drug-filled moments again, I think.
A lot of them were drug-filled. Even his Langoliers is still a drug-induced moment.
You could tell that was drugs.
Yeah.
Because the bad character guy who was played by Bucky in the movie was basically him on drugs.
Yeah. Weird fact. Certain movies that were created by certain writers in that are going back to them. That includes the Terminator. Henceforth, why Dark Fate was maybe a one-off combination with what's his face, Cameron as the producer with a bit of money in his pocket. He didn't really care whether this movie was successful or not because he didn't do anything. It's a name only for him, and the people that picked it up for Genesis continued on. The brother out of the brother-sister combination continued saying if they could once again strike gold, and they failed. So
I will give Stephen King this. He does write better on drugs because he did The Stand after when he was coming off of drugs.
Yes.
And yeah, you could tell.
Oh yeah.
All right, so I found my my overhead cap for my Wi-Fi. I can only output 17.2 megabytes a second on Wi-Fi. That's why I'm dropping frames like a son of a bitch.
I haven't seen you drop any frames yet.
About 24,342, 19% of the stream.
What frame per rate are you streaming at?
I was streaming at 15, and I was dropping frames. I upped it to 18. Then I really started dropping frames. And then I upped it to 20, and then I upped it to 20,000. And then I was really dropping frames. I dropped it back down to 16, and now I'm leveled out.
What's your you streaming at 1080?
Yeah, I probably need to reduce the quality, but I've got to stop the stream to do it.
You also have to remember, Sparkles. The YouTube will also cap you at a certain level as well, so they want you to stream at 720 at all times.
Yeah. Well,
you need to stream at this is what I do because that's about what I get. You need to stream at 720 at around 30 frames. You can do 60, but
I'm doing 1080 at 30 frames, uploading at about 16,000 kilobytes a second.
But you can offset that by lowering the sound quality.
Sound quality is as low as it's going to go. No, it's just it's the cap limit for the Wi-Fi is 17.2 because it wouldn't go above 17.2 even doing other things on the on the internet. So I know it can do more than that when I had it plugged in hardwired. It's just the Wi-Fi will only do 17.2. That's why I was dropping so much.
Jacob, we do know that King also did Doctor Sleep. It's not one of his stronger titles. He also
never
did
even heard of that.
Dark Tower. Again, very kind of. It starts off well, but it shits itself near the end. It's not again a very strong title.
Shits the bed.
Yeah. So Stephen King is good. It has some really great moments when you have certain books in front of you, and other books that are kind of shitacular. They start off strong and they just peter out as they go too far along. It's just one of those things. Not all of his books are great, which means not all of the movies will be great. But
it happens.
Going down this Stephen King venture, knowing that he's got a huge catalog all by himself, what would be the standout book or books in you guys' mind?
Christine. Ed or Carrie. Both are pretty good.
Yeah. All right. Sparky, have you come across any Stephen King books? Are you allowed to read?
Nah, I really don't like to read. I'll watch the movies. I said the one I'm more familiar with is Langoliers, so.
I would ask Penn, but she's afraid of books that are too spooky.
Spoopy
Misery,
books.
however, is interesting. He was writing about himself in Misery because he broke his legs because supposedly the people he was buying drugs off, he stopped paying them, and they decided to break his legs.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Misery is the one with the crazy fan.
Yeah, it's got Bates in it. Yeah. That's the one with the crazy lady that's stalking the writer.
You know what? That's one that I might just want to read. There's very few that I'd actually do so.
Well, when it comes down to Stephen King books, when you look at it and try to transfer them over to movie, there's a lot of changes that they have to do in order to make the movie fit. Whereas the books, they're a lot more descriptive. There's a lot of beats that you might have missed, especially when you're trying to transfer it to a movie. So. Dark Tower is being one of the biggest ones. There's a lot of beats in the Dark Tower collection that they forget. They just kind of go, "Oh, it's just a demon in one world and a human in another world, and they fight." Okay, we got it. We figured it out, people. Yeah, they fucked it up because there's more nuance to it.
Excuse me.
Then you have the different seasons, which is another collection of short stories thrown together. And you get things like Shawshank Redemption, Stand By Me, and a few others that great movies because they had to lengthen the actual story. So there's a little bit more of a creativity going into it, but the core backdrop of the story, you can't fuck that up. But if you take a 300 plus page book like the Langoliers and try to make it into a movie, I wish you the best of luck. But best books from the Stephen King lineage, I would have to say his Green Mountain was pretty good. I still love his It. It's one of the better ones that he's done. Salem's Lot is actually a decent book. It's a must read. Shining, if you want to go and find out exactly where Stephen King's thought process was for that and not the movie, definitely read the book. But I believe the ultimate book of books that you need to... Well, yeah. But his ultimate story master telling book would be The Stand. Do not watch the 2-part made-for-TV movie. Read the actual book.
I've read the book. I honestly thought it was a long time ago. But I honestly thought it was just he was coming off his drug-induced rampage at that point. You could tell.
Oh yeah,
and it had some good thoughts, but then it shit itself at the end.
Oh yeah. Well, again, not all of his books are that great. They always shit themselves near the end. But That is one of his outstanding books. Yeah. A lot of people say that the Stand is usually one of the a go-to. It'll be in the list.
But
It'll be in the list.
the ending is such a cop-out. I think it ruins it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just my opinion, though.
Yeah, well.
It's like, I don't know how to finish this, so here, God.
Yeah, pretty much. Unless that's the direction he was going with anyways, then it was pretty much a good,
Yeah.
I thought it was more about the people doing it and not... Because the people were pointless in the end.
Yeah.
The way they did it, the people were pointless. The people didn't have to die. God just killed them to prove their faith. So they would... Yeah, that's it.
I'm going to answer John Doe real quick. Yeah, I know what YouTube standards are. They say about 2,500, 3,000 is what you want for YouTube streaming. But that doesn't work. I don't know why. The only way it walks on my end for streaming or outputting to YouTube is 12,000 KBS or above. Don't know why. It's like 3 times over the limit what they recommend. But that's the only way I can get it to stream and not drop frames, not lag, and be green on the YouTube side.
Speaking about YouTube's screwed up stuff, I used an audio library that's supposed to be copyright free.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's not gonna walk.
TD sprinkles.
Guess what happened? I got copyright strike by the people who are supposedly in that and not supposed to be able to copyright strike me.
Oh yeah,
that's
happens.
That's the problem.
I was like,
Well, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people who take those songs and they'll claim them as their own and they're not, just so they can get a couple cents, a couple dollars worth of ad revenue. That's about it.
Yeah, that's basically the weird thing is when you're looking at copyright free material.
YouTube's letting you do.
You can delete the
because
song
out of your stream.
Yeah,
I mean,
but again, YouTube doesn't. Unfortunately, YouTube does not always sit down like an actual person. Does not always sit down in front of the the nobodies and looks at all their stream. No, they've got a list of people that they focus heavily on, and that's where you're going to get the real people. They're going to be kind of going through the what is considered the influencers. As for the rest of us, they got a machine to do most of that work. They don't really care. If there's a complaint that's levied, the machine is going to go, yep, complaint levied. He's going to be, copy, claim, strike, or whatever it is. And it's up to you to contest it. And sometimes you get the answer that you want. And other times, well, they kind of go, nah, it's fine. The computer's right.
Yeah,
Something weird
to go. Fuck you.
Something weird happened
like
with some of my
somebody's-
videos, though.
It's like somebody.
Sorry, go ahead, Sparky. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say somebody claimed silence, just absolute dead air, as monetization.
Was it Tonkasa?
It wasn't, but it's like somebody did that, and there was like any period of fucking silence, you got claimed because there's nothing going on. It's stupid on how YouTube does this shit.
Oh, are you kidding me? A friend of mine told me that the end of a train, you know how it's running on a tracks?
Yeah, the clickety clacks.
The clickety clacks was
Yeah.
claimed by somebody else saying, "Oh, they use that track in their they use that track in their song." It's like it's fucking train tracks. The sound of train tracks.
At the end of the day, if somebody can make a couple cents to a couple bucks off of it, off of multiple people, they'll do it. And that's all it is. It's people abusing the system. It's kind of like off of Steam. It's like the reskinners and the flippers, asset flippers. It's exactly like that.
Yep, it is. It's kind of sad, but
I have, Jacob. I know there's a song that is nothing but silence. I've never heard it, but I know it's there.
But nobody's heard it.
But no one's heard it. So,
if I don't hear it, it doesn't exist.
yeah. It's like tree in the woods. If no one's there to hear, does it really make a sound? It's kind of questionable.
You remember that video I did on meditation, Sparky, on the words?
Yeah, did they get you?
No, I actually got more views on those videos. On those videos are 2 hours long, and I got more views on those 2 videos than any other video I've ever done.
Well, yeah,
Like
probably
20
because
views
of
a
the tagging you put into it.
It was kind of
Maybe.
interesting. I was like, I don't even have 20 people, and I got a whole bunch of subs after that. But
Yeah, I mean,
There you go.
people like to be, to feel that they're smart or being taught something. Not everybody knows stuff. And those who do know stuff, they kind of go, "Ooh, what kind of stuff do you know? And how come you're not so famous? You're uber famous. You should be uber famous because you know stuff."
well, I took somebody else's channel, and they had this words you can't say on YouTube, and they had this list that I downloaded, and I went through the list. They didn't go through the list. I actually went through the list.
Yeah.
And holy crap, you can't say dank. Demonetized.
Yeah. That's why I don't worry about money. Money is coming from YouTubes because that's not going to happen anytime soon.
Well, I don't do YouTube for money. I do YouTube because I just want to bitch.
Well, it isn't the whole idea with YouTube. It should be the least factor is about the money. If anything, you're here just to entertain the weirdos, including Jacob, who keeps going off on here talking about music is weird, and I'm waiting for the LSU Alabama game. Why? Why are you waiting for things like that? Why?
Bless you. You losers suck. What would the U stand for?
Ultimately.
Yes, there you go. Losers suck ultimately. LSU. There you go.
Sounds like a football game. Football team.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
we're here talking about random shit, including computer stuff, and Jake's all talks about the football game. That
Well,
it happens. I gather people like college football. Some people like tiddlywinks. I'm not gonna
Jacob,
in slavery, literal slavery. You like to watch black people in slavery for college?
Yeah.
For white people?
Speaking of which, apparently the what was it? The basketball, college basketballs and that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
They've been in NCAA or whatever it is. I really don't pay attention to basketball anymore. So I heard that the college ballers are now able to make money off of their likeness.
Yeah, that finally happened. They realized that that's kind of illegal what you're doing. Stop it.
It's kind of like slavery almost.
That's what it was. Man, I'm hungry. I can't even get a job to get food because I'm off. It was like, what? I'm not allowed to get a second job to pay for my food.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, they're not. They were not allowed to.
Yeah, no. I find that hilarious. And it kind of comes back.
They said if they get that job, they got it because they're being paid to do nothing or something. I can't remember, some stupid ass reason. They can now get jobs.
They're paid to learn. That's basically it. And most of the time, they ain't learning shit except for community college related activity.
They basically made a lot of the things the NCAA did illegal, which is good.
Yeah.
Which is good. Players can now learn money off of their likeness and their own properties, and the college can't profit off it anymore, which they should be able to do. You should. I mean, yeah, that's not how it's supposed to work. That is literal slavery.
It is, and
so actually, a lot of college players were just like, "Fuck it, we're leaving."
Well, some of them are just one and done. I mean, they go in there and move over right to the big leagues, pros, and they just call it a day. They go from
a lot of them can't move on until they're 21 unless they get a special waiver at 20. But usually they have to stay a couple years in college now, which also again feels like slavery. But
it is, and that's where
servitude.
Yeah,
it's literally indentured servitude, which is illegal in the United States.
Well, it's illegal in certain parts of the Western world, we'll put it that way. But unfortunately, because these businesses have a lot of money behind them, it makes it difficult to, challenge them.
Frame that. It sounds like you said, fortunately, it's illegal.
Unfortunately.
The way
it is the word, unfortunately. Yes, it's considered illegal, but unfortunate. It's just the way how it is. You've got money behind you, a lot of money behind you, because you've used these slaves as ultimate workers, and the people who watch this religiously don't care too much because they just like their game. And the competition that is created out of that, and wearing a certain color and holding a plastic doll of so and so, thinking that so and so is actually making a couple of cents off of their likeness. In reality, they're not.
The reason why they knocked it off. The NCAA actually willingly did a lot because they realized that the players had the right to unionize.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah,
like,
well, there you go.
that
Well, shit, we can't have that happening. We can't have our boys doing that.
Well, the thing is, they make, what was it? The profit the colleges make is more than the NBA makes.
Yes,
something along those lines.
Oh yeah, it is. I mean, a lot of the college money or university money is based off of their major sports, the major three, that being basketball, football, and whatever else that they want to throw in. Some cases baseball, others they have a good lacrosse team, and then that's the other one. But the major two, like that are pro, or at least seen globally for the most part, would be your football and your baseball.
Sparky, you look bored. I'm sorry we took over your show.
It's all
that's
good.
A normal. When he has a camera in front of him, that is his normal state. Sometimes what will happen, you'll hear this hint of a snore or an unusual wind coming out from him, and then hours later he wakes up and goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, I fell asleep."
Well, no, I came across something interesting on Twitter. I kind of want to.
Okay, you found something interesting on Twitter, and that doesn't always compute that everybody else is interested. So let's hear this thing.
Okay, well, this is off of a post I follow up. The Discord is called Lost and Found, and the Twitch streamer. And I guess during a stream last night, they got a message from one of the quote-unquote followers. Let me go ahead and throw this up on... If I can learn how to work this. I gotta change the display to display number.
I'm surprised you're not that more technically attuned when it comes to switching.
It's not set up the way I like it to be set up because I lost everything when I switched everything over. I haven't fixed it yet. But no, this is from I have no idea how to fucking say that name. But last night he's like, I got an interesting message during stream last night. A few pointers. I never heard that I have a SO, casual illus and smooches and hand out daily. Using your mental issues as a crutch is infuriating. And I'm a voice behind the screen, not your Cinderella grow up. And this is what was sent to him. Well, I see how it is. You just wanted to lead me on slightly just to keep me around for Discord and Twitch. Well, this is the kind of person you put. I have high functioning autism, major depression, and other problems with myself. So I had to find out Thunder is your... fiance, you're obviously immature and not ready to be married to someone if you're gonna mess around with people's feelings like that. Especially on Halloween Day, when you typed in that you're smooched me, so things spoil my memories for this year's Halloween from doing that. Plus, you're the one with the 18 plus sign on your Twitch channel, so you made yourself into a hypocrite towards me from how you're behaving rather than being faithful to Thunder. Stay out of my way, stay off my friends list. And it's like, what in the fuck is this?
It seems like drama to me.
I know, it just seems like... It sounds like a infatuated fan's pissed off because the person that they liked is...
And this was sent to
married.
Who?
This person right here, and like I said, they own the Discord called Lost and Found. They're an artist.
Uh,
I found it really interesting looking through it. It's like, wow, people just okay. especially like using mental issues to go at someone. Like really,
that seems reasonable. People are strange, unfortunately.
What is SO again now?
I don't know. I have no idea. I think they're referring to the person that they're with. I have a SO.
I've never hid that I have an SO. Significant other. Got it.
Significant other, yeah.
That's a disability all by itself.
Oh, Rogue. So wrong.
Yeah, and it's like
But you know
okay,
it's
so
right,
this is a Twitch streamer, I believe, and she is female, and it sounds like it's just somebody watching them that's infatuated, just thinking, oh my god, this person's to myself. Well, get the fuck over yourself.
Is it Sarah?
It's no. But no, I just came across that this morning. It's like, wow, that's stupid.
Look, when it comes down to the wide world of the interwebs, drama leads always. That or porn.
Yeah.
Porn.
Drama and porn seem to be the two easy commodities that people can bank on.
Well, fuck them both. One literally, one figuratively.
Yeah, definitely. So true, so very, very true. But it's just one of those things. Yeah, this is the reason why trying to get social media to be family friendly is never going to be a thing.
No, and they're always going to be stupid people. Okay, so Sparky, you remember that I had sent you something either towards the beginning or middle of the week that has been a hotel thing?
Yeah.
Okay, so the artist behind that, or the artist and her team behind that, when it originally premiered earlier in the week, she got praise.
That has been I remember that. My fiance just showed me that also the other night. I guess she liked it or something.
So you watched it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there is always going to be lurking in the shadows those who try to tear you down for your success and attempt to justify their outrage by nitpicking out the little things. So one of the complaints from these so-called leeches, and that's exactly what I'm going to call them, is that she has used other people's designs in her work, including the Blue Fox music video that she's done to the tune of We're Gonna Die Young. I forgot who sings. She's also been accused of using or reusing animation, such as another one of her projects. She does use similar movements from Cats Don't Dance for some of her sequences.
And
exactly. And any artist or animator knows that it's not wrong, especially in the process of learning something and showcasing that you learned something, to use reference material. It's not like she absolutely lifted it scene by scene, frame by frame from these other animations or use the same exact character design. She had to adapt to her current style and reanimate it scene by scene. That still takes effort.
It's like this. It's like reusing the Kanata slide from Akira. How many freaking shows has led to that? Same with like some of the fight movements from Dragon Ball Z. There's several shows that's taken several iconic scenes from Dragon Ball Z and re-implemented them and just, their characters in their show for that. I mean, that happens all the time.
Right. There is no issue with this.
Yeah, this
Well, until somebody makes it an issue.
Oh, but they're retarded to begin with. I swear.
Well, you can't say that about all the retarded individuals there,
I
Ken.
can
I mean,
absolutely say
that's
that
almost
about
like you're trying to say that all of them are always going to cause you issues.
No, only the Tumblr.
I liked it better. You Twimbler type groups. It makes more sense.
Twimbler.
Yeah.
The Tweeblers.
Yeah. They like the Tweeble.
Yeah, but it's like it happens all the time, and especially for either they like to homage something or put a little Easter egg, or it's something that they liked and they wanted to put in there. It happens all the time. Like there was an episode for Pokemon Sun and Moon, and they took the gimmick from G Gundam. Like fighting against like the final battle scene between the Bunny Gundam and Devil Gundam. They took that and implemented it into a Pokemon show, just as a cute little homage, and it's almost scene for scene, like for like.
I mean, if you really want to make this the same, these same people who are complaining about one artist implementing and using other animation as a reference point to pull off something similar, also like Steven Universe. Why am I bringing that up? Well, guess what? Steven Universe, by that logic, is guilty of the same thing. And there's compilations of where they show, scene by scene, frame by frame, how the animation lines up almost exactly.
Ken, I'm not going to sit here and let you besmirch the genius behind those people in Steven Universe, the creative crafting and storytelling, as well as the ability to perform the greatest artists.
You're talking about one Jew criticizing another, so it's okay.
Yeah.
No. It's one Jew criticizing another. It's okay.
No, I really don't care how many Jews are criticizing another Jew. It's the factor that they're borrowing people from Taiwan and that to put together this bullshit that is supposed to be socially acceptable.
Taiwan #1.
Pretty much. So yeah. When we get away from the slave labor for our American animation, be there watching it, but until then, not happening anytime soon.
I've got a perfect phrase for this.
Components, American components, Russian components, all made in Taiwan.
Pretty much. That or China.
Made in China now.
Oh yeah, made in China, Taiwan, whatever. It's made over there.
Well, no, there's some places that are made in India, Taiwan, and China.
Vietnam's updating their stuff.
Yeah, Vietnam is slowly becoming the upper in the scale. It's actually pretty cool.
They've gone from shoes to computer chips.
Free Hong Kong, revolution of our time.
Oh, did anyone watch BlitzCon?
Yes.
No, I did not, and I don't care.
Oh, you.
Little bits and pieces.
Winnie the Pooh was the star of the show.
Yep.
Yeah.
All the people are talking about it. They're not talking about the whole poo thing. They're all talking about the late at the party, apology bullshit that came out of the lead.
That was not an apology.
No, that's what you call a corporatized apology. This is a script. Here you read it verbatim, memorize it, make it sound like it's yours.
That's a sorry we got caught. That's
yeah.
That is.
No, it's not the factor that it's sorry that we got caught. We're sorry because we allowed the Chinese to dictate what we were supposed to say.
Well,
no,
because
they weren't even. They did not even
sorry,
come
they would
close
have.
to saying.
They would have officially
sorry
announced.
We got caught. Was not.
No. The sorry letter that came out. That is a Chinese doctorate letter. That is a Chinese-speaking individual who wrote that letter.
The first 5 minutes before the opening ceremonies, they came out with another non-apology.
Yeah. So,
but at the same time, it's like, well, if you were really sorry, because everybody was criticizing, like, okay, are you going to lift the remaining ban?
No.
The 6-month ban?
No, because of the fact that
both Blitzchung and the college students.
No.
No.
The ban is going to be there permanently.
No, they're banned 6 months. So
yeah,
they're not. It's not.
I mean, even that is more or less a Chinese agreement.
They can't unban on them because China will fuck them. And the thing is, no one cares. At this point, they know it affects pisses off China.
Yep.
So the trolls of the world are basically going to be like, hee hee.
Pretty
There
much.
it is.
Well, that's just it. Unless they came out and said, no, we're gonna finally we're gonna reverse the decision of the 6-month ban.
I
for
wish you the best of luck
and
about
the China student, not the China, the American students, which is the funny part about it. It's like, okay, you're gonna, unless they did that, it means nothing. So, it's kind of funny that they were basically forced to take all of the support Hong Kong.
Han Chan. I like Han Chan. Let's support Han Chan and all of it.
They were kind of forced to take it because what would happen? They shut down Q&A. Okay, that's just going to make everybody angrier while they're at BlitzCon. What we're gonna kick people out if they bring up the Hong Kong issue during Q&A?
Oh,
No,
yeah,
that's just gonna make people even angrier and make a bigger fuss about it. So they were kind of forced to take it.
Well, yeah, I
All the
gathered
Pooh
that
Bears,
one, but
All
you
of
also
the
have to look at the
interrupters.
gaming industry of Tencent and what it controls, and it's a holding. It's a Chinese multinational gaming holding company that's been around since the 1998. So it has some very unusual, at this point it's focused heavily on application games such as the Arena of Valor that everybody seems to be pimping out. That's a Chinese controlled game. Not alone Monster Hunter Online that came out in 2013 is also controlled by them.
That was a crap game.
So,
I'll let Draconith hear you say that.
no, he lives off of that game, and that's his bread and butter. Yeah. So not only are they in cahoots with just the basic games that they have, but they put in their little fingers in just about every other game that people are interested in, such as PUBG, Fortnite, and a few others. So all these popular games are controlled in some way by the Chinese market. If you want something to be done, that includes the movie industry.
Don't market it.
You have to unfortunately bow down to China and the power that be.
No.
Why? I have no idea.
Fuck that.
So this is why I look at like the movie like The Joker that came out not that long ago that's made almost $1 billion and not with Chinese money backing it.
Yep.
The only money that came out of China was Hong Kong, and that is what you would consider free money. That's actual democratic money. They're outside the scopes of China.
Have you seen what they're
China's trying to absorb them.
in Spain with the Joker?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that they are everybody's surpassing us in this meme war. We got to catch up. I mean, we've gotten lazy. These people.
Well, the reason why people have gotten lazy because of the factor that they're so bent on either A, trying to make ends meet. Two, some of them are looking for the free money that is being offered by certain political, ventures. Because again, free money is a big thing. Everybody likes free money. But that money that you're supposed to be getting ain't free, people. It ain't free. That means that you have to vote for this asshole that's going to fuck you over even more. So, hey, look, somebody's got round glasses on. Why? I have no idea. Hi, Sparky.
Hello.
In his brown fucking glasses.
Sparky, stop taking that look.
Yo, I don't see
You
with
need a
that look
fucking
on.
hat, Sparky. If you're gonna wear the round glasses, you need a proper long brim hat.
Well, I wear.
Try to dig out my Alcon hat.
Just
No, you need a proper hat for those round glasses.
Yeah.
it looks
just
like
need
you're
that.
trying to look like a generic Bash Stamp.
I don't know. He looks like he's trying to be a certain wrestler from the 80s/90s.
Oh God. Right.
Yeah.
I like the way they look. Sue me. I can go with those glasses. Or
No, Sparky.
I
You
can
are the
go
best
with
there
these
is,
glasses.
the best there was, and the best that ever will be.
I can go with those. How's that? Is that better? Oh, you can't see that.
It's like Macho Man if he hadn't taken steroids.
Oh God.
I need to turn the stream lag off.
So I'm guessing since we're down this rabbit wrestle. Have any of you seen the AEW or All Elite Wrestling?
No.
No.
It might be for those who are into the wrestle. It actually puts in a bit of realism and puts certain stakes back into the game, which is quite nice. Yeah, it's all it's all make believe for the most part because it's all laid out for in the ring or behind the scenes who's going to win, who's going to lose. But overall, the proper athleticism has come back athleticism into the sports of wrestle for AEW, as well as the ranking is very important. Win-loss means something in that particular company, so it should be interesting. Also, WWE has been losing a lot of money ever since it's gone over on Fox. A lot of money.
The WWE, Vince McMahon is refusing to let go. Really shows. It's just going to so.
Well, you can tell that even after the hiring of Eric Bischoff and then firing afterwards, and Paul Heyman, that we actually thought that Vince McMahon was actually going to be stepping back a bit and allowing these people to run the significant wrestling shows of Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah.
But it was proven that Vince has not let go of the reins of either or of his show. To a point where he actually turned around and fired Eric Bischoff after they dropped like a whole point or whatever, because they ended up getting like a 2 point whatever it is to drop down to a 1 point something, and Eric Bischoff was just fired. Not just, but he was fired on the basis that the show is failing, and now they have Bruce Pritchard. Brother Love from the old classic back in the day, the one that actually brought out the Undertaker. I
thought he was.
He now runs the show, and it's still dropping in eyeballs. So there's something wrong with the structure of the WWE style wrestling, and it's not effective on Fox. So, and I'm guessing that it could be the factor that it's got a better competition against it, such as AEW. It may be the factor that the standing of a wrestler, or at least the win-loss, actually do matter, and maybe a storyline may need to be completely fulfilled that people like, because you have something like The Fiend, which is another very popular wrestler, became a new popular wrestler for WWE, that has been booked questionably. So I don't know. That's just a wrestle moment. Well, Sparky went away and came back.
What was the player? What was the wrestler that they were trying to push and everybody was like, "Fuck you, we don't like you."
That'd be Roman Reigns or John Cena, depending on which way you want to go. John Cena is your new Hulk Hogan of the 2000, and he had the like-dislike ratio almost at a 50-50%. Then you had Roman Reigns that showed up, who was part of the Shield. Who wasn't originally going to be a member, but because he was one of Vince McMahon's new boys that he wanted because he had the body, and he was a Samoan, he ended up getting a spot that he wasn't really meant to have. So after they took apart the Shield, they decided to have each one of the Shield members do their own solo run, and they were going to force, Roman Reigns down the throat of everybody because he is the new dog. And yeah, that didn't work. It doesn't work. So yeah, that is the man, Roman Reigns. He actually had The Rock come out to at the end of one of his matches to hold his hand up, and everybody booed, including at The Rock, for that move. It was like, yeah, no, we don't want this person. Period. I mean, not saying that the guy isn't a good wrestler. He's pretty good. It's just a factor that his character that they gave him, and being forced to like this character, isn't what the fans want.
Yeah, sounds right.
it is what it is. I mean, you have somebody like John Moxley, who used to be Dean Ambrose over on the WWE side, whose character in the independent circuit is pretty much a madman. He is the violent Stone Cold Steve Austin. He is a mixture of Cactus Jack and Stone Cold Steve Austin. If they had a love child, you get this particular character. One of the most violent who and doesn't care who the fuck he's got to deal with individual. He's the ultimate neutral bad guy. Well, neutral-ish type character. Bad or good. And they fucked around with that character so much to made him into more of a PG-13, off-the-wall-ish Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's so random. So, that didn't go over too well. So he jumped ship after he demanded his contract and went over to another company that was willing to allow him to be the character that he is. And he's making a lot of money. He's making bank. So
15. Oh,
yep.
We have a new person in the channel. What's up?
We do have a lot of different people.
Here, have a wrench.
Have a wrench, he says.
Have a wrench, Killing Joke, and make sure you kill him very well. Take all the pictures, by the way. Take lots of pictures.
Yeah. No, actually, I want to stop real quick, and I want to say something. I don't know Joke's really... I don't know if he's been talking about it all over the place, but I know he put up a video. I know the next week or so, he's getting ready to go in for some major surgery on his heart. So, good luck to you, Joker.
Are we talking about the factor that he's going to get a brand new heart?
He's getting
heart of gold.
three new aortas. No, he's getting 3 new aortas in his heart, I believe.
So he went from being heartless to actually getting a heart. I get it. I like this idea. It might actually work. I don't think it'll work for me, but for others, maybe.
But no, it is going to be a high-risk surgery for him, so, you know, wish you the best.
I hate to break this. Any surgery that requires you to be asleep is considered high risk.
No.
Yeah, they're because of the amount of anesthetics that is pumped into somebody. Yeah, it's a high risk to kill them before they even get opened.
Well, you can stop because the anesthetics. They can cause you to stop breathing, and then they would put a tube down your throat. And if they miss and put it in your stomach instead of your lung through your lung, you could die that way. I mean, there's so many ways.
Yeah. So
but they take out some of the guesswork. I mean, it's a little better when they have a camera on the end of it, so to help guide them down the right tube.
Yeah, well, that's now. So, but they still have that risk where, you know, like I said, they've pumped them too much of the anesthetics, which is quite possible. Not trying to scare the individual who's about to have open heart surgery, but wish him the best of luck.
There's the equally horror stories of not having enough anesthetics, but you're still completely paralyzed.
Oh yeah, and you feel every moment of it. Oh yeah, those are a thing. So yeah, but no, that's just
suck.
Well, I mean, it sucks if it was you having that done. Yeah.
But no, Joke, I don't know if you're still in the chat or not, but you can hop on into the Discord. I don't know if you're in much for streaming or talking, but you're more than welcome to hop on if you want. I said I seen your video the other day, and it's like, God, that sucks. That sucks.
Well, I mean, it depends on if sucking is a good thing or a bad thing. Sometimes sucking is a good thing.
I don't think this is the type of sucking that's a good thing.
Oh, okay. See, again, I'm more of the person like to have a specifics and shit like that.
Yeah, not the good kind of sucking.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Not the Monica Bill sucking.
Speaking of disappointing, I've got to plug in a certain game before a certain Sparkles comes back to harass me.
Oh yeah.
Harass me every possible week to build shit and avoid bears.
Oh. Bears? That's right.
Yeah,
we
bears.
all gotta be doing that tomorrow, aren't we?
Yeah, I've got to. Like I said, I've got to plug that bad boy in. I haven't had that, so I got to plug that in. because I've been focusing on other things, and I'm like, I got other things I got to deal with, and I haven't finished with some of the other projects.
Yeah, I've got to get the game booted up sometime today and go through it and make sure it's all up and ready.
See, a certain Windslayer and other type stalkers that we have want me to play Kenshi, and I've been delaying that. I have the mods ready. I just haven't got a chance to boot it up because I have found other games that intrigued me. And I feel like Steam has changed their layout again.
They have. It really pisses me off.
It's not bad, but
it's new, so it's hard to navigate at first. So
I'm going to say it's a different change because I'm looking at the library, and I was confused there for a second going, did something change? My library looks very different.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, how could not?
Because I normally don't go into the Steam library. I don't always, want to plug in a new game, and then I look at it going, oh, they got a little. Okay, I see. They got little icons at the beginning of the title of said game. That's not bad. That's pretty good. All right. I also see they've got on the page they've put a bit more descriptors. All right. Oh, I think I know what they did. They combined the community with the game page. Well, that would save them a bit of real estate space.
Just a bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you look at when you're looking at web design, you want to try to save as much real estate space as possible. That's a lot of processing.
Make it as user-friendly as possible as well.
User-friendly is questionable. Cost efficient is what the word you're looking there for, Pin. Cost efficiency.
You could do both at the same time.
Yes. William, the worst part of the new library is trying to figure out how to actually categorize all of my games. I don't know. I don't know if I didn't even know that you can actually categorize them. Why would you want to categorize them?
I don't even use Steam for that. I just have the icons on the desktop.
Yeah, that's what I normally do. I download a game and it pops up on my desktop, and I look at the icon, the icon or icon collection that I've gathered, and I kind of go, which game do I want to play this time?
Yeah.
What have I completed?
I only use Steam to get into a game like if we're doing games up on not really the server, but on your end, like we did for the new modded game. Yeah, I had to get into Steam and click on your icon and go, join Rogue in this game. But if it's on the actual server you got set up, I can just join it from the actual game itself.
Yeah, no. I've closed down the servers for one because no one was really using them. So I wasn't even using them, so I closed them down.
But that's okay. You know what? They've updated some stuff, so we might as well.
No, I know. That's what I mean. So I'm gonna do the base game off of my private. So that's one. We have a lot of new shit to play with.
Yay!
So that means you have a brand new game to start after I've booted it up.
Are we going off of mods?
There'll be no mods as of yet. We're gonna do a complete just alpha or whatever their base game.
So reload the base game, okay.
Yeah. I will have control behind the scenes to, fuck shit up as usual. But yeah, well, I mean, it's my server.
And he'll do what he wants.
7 days today. 7 days to die.
Oh, 7 days to die.
You'll have at least 1 day to die because I bring in shit that I can bring in shit. After we played around with all the new stuff, maybe I'll bring out a new server and we can fuck around with some of the mods.
So what are some of the new things that they've implemented then?
Well, the last time I looked, they fixed the the drawbridge feature. You can actually cross over it properly now.
Nice.
It used to cause damage to the property, or at least whatever the drawbridge was on. So that was reduced. They've added in some new medical features. I don't know if they added in a new weapon. I'll have to look to see exactly what else
they added
they've
in
added.
a new bow.
Yeah. Thank you. I would call. I mean, ballistic. Yeah, maybe, but I can't really call that a real weapon. They've added a new bow. Okay, they've had a bow before. I know they've changed some of the classifications of some of the weapons in order to add in the additional. Like, for example, there's the wooden now, and then there's a stone, and then there's a, I guess it's an iron base, which is supposed to be your cobbled together weapon. So yeah, they've made some minor changes that will affect the game. I think they're also brought in a new enemy.
A new enemy?
Yeah.
Fire zombies.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute, they already had those.
Yeah.
No, but we were talking about. Let me pull it up. I will just.
I was gonna say new zomzoms.
Yeah.
It's a new zombie.
Let me pull up the 7 Days to Die stuff because we're on what is it? 18 now.
I just have a thought of a good idea.
Oh, so 18's out now.
Yeah.
Too bad we can't like spawn in a replica of Antoine's avatar and just terrorize the shit out of him.
Give it time. I'm sure we can find a way of doing this.
Yeah, you're gonna have to give me a weight on that one. See here, the XP earning. Okay, so they balanced out the XP earnings, so that should be interesting. Stamina has been balanced. They have optimized their garbage collection, their mesh.
Wait a minute, garbage collect? Okay, this is probably going to be new terminology as I do my gaming stuff. What do they mean by garbage collection?
Well, you know how the
despawning?
Yeah, that's basically
that's kind of what I thought. Like, okay, where does the information for the stuff that dies eventually despawns and goes?
Yeah, that's considered a garbage collection. That is something big. Unfortunately, not all games have a optimization of this idea, especially when you have like a sandbox based game and a timer for when a certain object is supposed to despawn.
I thought zombies will dig under the trench.
Yeah.
I mean,
the AI
sounds like an obvious question, especially to some people out in the chat. Hi, William. But, you know, these concepts are still new to me. And it's like, oh, I kind of got it by re-explaining something that I'm sure is common knowledge to everybody else. Yeah. I know, Pen is dumb.
Pen's a Jew. Half of it, anyways. Seems like the AI has new character controls and it's less computerized.
That'd be interesting.
Out how to trick the AI by accident.
Well, most people figure that out by accident.
I was if you have if you build an underground base, they will dig under. But if you have a pre-existing underground base that you dig into, that you expand on, they will not dig down.
Yeah,
the structure, they will attack only the structure up top, and that is it.
Correct.
Which is
that is the that was the basis of some of my base selections.
Yeah, we usually dug down into the actual base. But you know, like one interesting thing is like setting up a campfire and making it heavily fortified in the middle of nowhere. Zombies will be attracted to it and pick them off.
Yeah. Apparently they balance the zombies. So there's a certain amount in each biome.
Okay.
Which is pretty
good. It would be fun.
Item changes. They've got new schematics, some armor changes, and encumbrance has been changed as well.
All right, so sounds like enough for us to go off of to have some fun here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm still waiting for a flamethrower.
I know. We need the goddamn flamethrower.
So we see here the new schematics and books. We've got the Fireman Almanac, so that will give you the perk for firefighting, heat resistant, heat resistance, and harvesting more coals in the burnt ember biome.
Nice.
The Great Heist will help you with mastering becoming a thief and new stealth abilities. Lucky Looter will help you with getting more items from a specific loot. Needle and Thread, Taylor, obviously.
Have they added in like NPCs for actual people, or is that just in the modded game?
It's always in the modded game. The closest NPC you have is your dealer, your salesperson. But I believe, given enough time for them to figure out how they're going to implement that, they may do that later. Look, we've got new weapons. Spears, junk turret. That's going to be interesting.
Ooh.
A stun baton. Ooh, okay. A baseball bat. A new sledgehammers. An M60.
Is it Lucille?
An M60? Okay.
No, it's the baseball bat named Lucille.
You could probably call it Lucille.
It's going to be wrapped in barbed wire, though.
That'd be nice. I think there was a mod. There is a mod where you can wrap barbed wires around it, but don't know if it's in the base game. New knuckles. You've got the wrap knuckles, the brass knuckles, and the spiked knuckles. Double-barreled shotgun. That's kind of a classic. It's called the boomstick perk.
The boomstick perk?
Yeah, this is my boomstick. New explosives. Apparently, there's grenades and timed charges. So that's going to be fun. Sparky, you're going to get some time charges.
Nice.
So I'm just not going to tell you how I've timed them and when they're going to, blow up. New bows.
And St. Attila raised the hand grenade up on high, saying, O Lord, bless this thy hand grenade, that with it thou mayst blow thine enemies to tiny bits in thy mercy.
Yes. There'll be impact grenades, and then you'll have the...
I was just editing that, too, right before we got to that conversation. Oh, my God.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up. See this? This is my boomstick!
New ammunition. All firearms can use regular ammo, HP ammo, which does more damage, and AP ammo, which pierces through the enemies, hitting them at the lower points in structure. Whoa. Did I read that right? So the AP ammo will actually destroy glass and wood? Damn. Shotguns will have a breaching ammo for wrecking safes and doors. Hello, baby.
Yes,
will have
that's
explosive
exactly
arrows.
what we need.
Oh yeah, I've been waiting for that because you have a closed door. You just pull the trigger, watch it pop right open, and all the zombies pop out. That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, well, beforehand we had to find how many fucking shots at it.
I warned you.
I was gonna say, how many fucking shots of a fucking slugged shotgun that we had to pump in the fucking door to fucking break it down? About 4 or 5.
Yeah. Let's see here. New terrain blending. So yeah, there'll be a combination for better distancing on new terrains. So new random world generator.
So it
so
just
got a lot of new shit.
So the terrain will be going from one
They've
stream to
added
another
a lion.
Lions.
What?
They've added mountain lions.
I saw my arm and I was so scared.
Nice.
Regular mountain lions or
pumas.
zombie mountain lions?
Yeah, I saw that. I forgot. I didn't know that was new.
A coyote and mountain lions were added. The mountain lions use the new animal leaping ability.
Oh shit.
We're gonna see how that's gonna work.
That's right. Maddie and Ronan were playing either earlier this week or last week, and I'm like, wait, lions? Because Maddie unfortunately got her face chomped off by a lion. But it's
I expect Penn to be completely anally raped by a bear and a lion.
God. Are they zombie lions?
Possibly, I don't know. They're mountain lions. That's all I know. So
They
for
could just
right
be
now, I've read
feral
that.
like the wolves.
Yeah, coyotes, lions, and bears. Oh my!
I'm surprised they have not put in zombie deers.
Give them time.
I mean, considering that
Demolition
that's a real
zombie.
thing.
Oh shit! Demolition zombie was added.
Demolition zombie.
Yeah, so basically they've got like the terrorists, flak jacket with the bombs.
Oh, they did explode. Oh man, that's a base record.
Wait. Zombies have new range mode. Oh, rage mode. There's a new rage mode. There's a chance when damaging zombies, based on the game's difficulty, will move even faster for a short amount of time. This adds more variety to the combat. No shit.
I can defeat them. There's only 150 of them.
Yes, he'll beat them easily. We haven't a chance. Shit.
Oh shit.
Zombies will now fight bears and wolves that attack them.
Oh.
So that means animals will be hostile against zombies. Zombies will be hostile against animals. That's going to be awesome.
You can use that to your advantage.
Oh fuck yes! As well as if we can do a farming aspect of having a zoo.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah, have a zoo of like different animals, and when it comes down to it, just release the animals.
Yes. Apparently they've have several improvements on the vehicles for steering, for one, tire rotation, and so on and so forth.
Hey, finally they added that in. Cool.
Yeah. Also, damage when colliding with the world will be more accurate.
Okay.
So yeah, that's going to be interesting. Mining overhaul, they've got that. What else did they throw in? Mod support is still there. Though it is still a private server for it to properly be modded. Yeah, a lot of new stuff. A lot of new shit they throw in here. Though I want a giant fucking army truck still, people.
You want 5 ton.
Look, I want to be able to, have a mobile command center.
You want no. You want to be
that would
butt
actually
gum.
be cool. You have like a bus that you've actually like modded to be able to hold some storage, and you could just like go and clear an entire town before you end up making it back to your home base.
That is the whole idea. You bring in your mobile, your mobile base. Eventually, I'm going to be able to talk. It's too fucking early in the morning, even though it's 11. You drop yourself into one little nice little location. You set up shop. You cobra the entire surrounding. You level everything, and you come back with your newfound goods to set up base somewhere.
You just want to be butt gumming from Tremors 2,
dude. I'm pretty much Mad Maxing it. I'm not going to be like the lone gunman going from town to town to solve your problems like the Lone Ranger. Fuck that shit. No. Your shit belongs to me. That's it. Walk it in. It's called Universal Dibs. You didn't need it in the first place because you didn't use it. You get to keep the shit over there. Everything else around you, mine now.
Wow. Okay. Okay, Negan. We got it.
I can actually I can see Roga walking around going, "Dibs, this is mine. Dibs, this is mine. Dibs, this is mine."
I don't like this house. It's gone. What do you mean you live in this house? Well, sorry, you're going to have to move because that house is an eyesore.
Yeah. Smile. No, we're talking about 7 Days to Die, which is close enough to Minecraft.
We call it zombie craft. It's a lot easier. I mean, yes, there's probably a thing in Minecraft that you can craft around the zombies, but this is zombie craft on steroids. Comes with guns, and you don't have to modify Minecraft in order for you to shoot the zoms. Dibs are delicious. Yes, they are, and very nutritious and very healthy for certain people like myself.
It really does sound like we're gonna have a lot of fun tomorrow.
Well, we have to go back. I mean, I've been waiting for the released, and I wanted to see exactly what is official before going into it, because right now they've been focusing mostly on the 17 alpha build, and I'm like, okay, 17 is nice. It's an improvement from 15, majorly, and but there's still a lot more that they can really fix. And I've heard a few different options from 18 that I'm like, I'm interested. They've added in a raft that's available inside the game, so
Nice.
right now it doesn't move.
Are water physics fixed?
We'll call it a draw.
Yeah, but
I'm asking, are the horrible water physics finally fixed?
I don't know yet. We'll have to wait until we get in, because I didn't see that in the list. But yeah, there's a few things. I mean, the rafting is quite interesting. I like the idea. So that means that apparently there's a dynamic music system. Say what? The system procedurally generates a complete music arrangement from a set of interchangeable loops. As of now, there's over 750 unique combinations. Oh, okay.
So basically, what they're saying is, here's the music tracks, and we just put it on random loop. Got it.
By the looks of it, it may be based on the exploration and how intense the situation is for the world that you're in.
So, are you saying, or are you saying that the music generates itself as you go along to different things?
Yeah,
different. It's got different sounds and tones it puts together.
It seems like that's what they're trying to go for. Is
that'd be interesting.
Coming up with a different situational sound, because again, the music itself was kind of blah, and I always turn that fucker off. Now, if it's kind of procedurally generating, based on your surroundings as well as the interactions that you are being forced upon, that should be interesting. I may want to take a listen. Take a listen. But yeah, some interesting changes. Some new toys to play with. Still no fucking, flamethrower. I want a goddamn flamethrower, people. How hard is it? How hard is it to put a fuel using, flame inducing machine? Not difficult.
I saw my arm and I was so scared.
Okay, so you got the modern house burnt businesses, burnt house, burnt remnants, abandoned, Old West business. Old West?
Probably from the wastelands.
I'm guessing, because Old West, remnants, and business strips. It's very American. More houses, new lodges, updated auto parts stores.
Nice.
Ooh.
For those that are from there, they may be able to have a little bit of hearkening to their classic trailer parks and trailer park locations, because that got updated. Army camps and army barracks, fire stations, funeral homes. That's going to be awesome.
Oh God! The
Diners, fast food, garages, and water towers have been updated.
Wow.
Or reimagined. So, yes. Guess where we're going to be, if I find it, Pan. Guess where our major base is going to be.
Funeral home?
Most likely.
No. But I like the police station. Hopefully there's a police station next to a funeral home.
I actually like the fire station.
That was a good one, too.
The fire station?
Yeah, we had a fire station that was right across the street from a hotel.
You remember the hotel we set up as a giant-ass trap?
Yeah.
I don't remember this, but I'm sure we'll find it. Anyways, I can mute myself for a bit. I will be back.
How could she not remember it? I mean, it was
I have no
the
idea.
only base that she was kind of almost molested by bears in that.
Who knows?
Realistically. But anyway, she's muted herself.
Now, I remember the fire station. That was in the fucking off the wall traps we set up in the fucking hotel room.
I mean, you couldn't always guarantee that I'm going to come up with some way to keep my shit safe and make it challenging for people to get in. That is the ultimate goal, and then.
They did fucking destroy the front of that fucking hotel.
Oh god, she remembers the police station that we had where she was trying to lay out the. I think it was you that was trying to lay out a. Yeah.
They got fucked up.
Yes.
What happened exactly? You told me a couple guys got in there and had a
they did. Unfortunately, because of the spawning, if it's dark, they get in, as well as they'll dig down on the structures. That is the easiest points of entry.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they spawned in on the school side, in the service tunnel area where you would pop out in. That was hilarious because we didn't lock that bad boy down or light it up. And in the tunnels itself, they would spawn in there as well.
Wow.
Which was quite interesting. And on the ground level, where you would have the horde show up, every now and then, one of them would start digging down, and I'd be kind of figuring why. And then I realized, like, oh, that's where Sparky's tunnel is. They want to use the tunnel in order to get to us. Okay. All right.
Like I said, but if you have a pre-existing area, they won't dig it.
Yeah.
Even if you
that's the thing. Is we dug down in a pre-existing area, and then we dug across to the school, but they still found it.
Yeah. No, they changed the AI for that one. It automatically will dig down towards the most easiest strategic points. Problem is it's very recognizable when you have a long range scope and you're surveying the area, taking out other zombies, and then you see one zombie bashing its head against the wall, going down. I'm like going, that makes no sense. Why is it doing that? And then you realize, like, after a few seconds, you kind of go, oh, they're trying to get to the tunnel.
So what's the deepest you can dig down?
Minecraft. We dug down a deep, long ways.
Well, there is a limitation for how much ground you're able to get. Unlike Minecraft, where it has a 0 block radius that goes all the way up to about 200 or so. You're looking at maybe about 20 squares or 20 blocks before you breach the negative zone of the game.
I don't know. When they bring lava into that game, it'll be awesome. And you can.
It should be. Yeah, it would be nice.
I really want them to open up the radiated zones.
I want the radiation zones to be open a bit more because we have these radiation suits for a reason, and I want to
be able to fucking use the radiation suits.
Yeah, I mean it'd be nice.
They don't walk.
Yeah. They don't work properly.
They actually make them work now?
I haven't seen that in the support or the changes. It's still been left out.
Yeah. I remember it was like in the middle of the night, the game's like, Rose like, hey, let's go explore the radiation zone. Okay.
Yeah.
So we get all the fucking gear out. We get all the radiation suits out, and we're walking up there, and we get past the sign, and a little ways up, all hell starts declaring fire. It's like, fuck! Retreat! Abandon mission! Retreat!
Pretty much.
Like,
no, but again,
real radiation suits where you can't have metal.
Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be interesting, but
because if you have metal, that will irradiate through the suit anyways. Because, well, reason. Yeah. We learned something interesting in that. I learned something in basic training when they would talk about how you can't have canisters. Can you hear that background?
I heard something.
That's my air conditioner. Well, it's not my air conditioner. It's my heater.
Yeah, okay. I can make up hideous jokes on that one, but I'm going to leave that one alone. Continue.
But they were talking about how when they were talking about how you can't wear your canister on your gas mask in a radiated area because it will absorb the radiation, shoot through the mask in areas that are unprotected, and irradiate that side of your face. They don't tell you this in real life that don't wear a radiation mat, don't wear a breathing device when in radiated zone because it's more deadly than not having one.
Yeah.
So maybe they that way. But
it
also
seems
the
reasonable.
fact that when I also got in trouble for because when they said how to survive a nuclear blast, I said, well, this is what you do if you're really in a nuclear blast. You spread your legs, grab your ankles, and pull really hard, and you kiss your ass goodbye. That's how and I got in trouble for that. Drill sergeants were watching. They didn't get me in trouble, but the guy who was giving the class got really pissed off at me.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And the drill sergeant looked at me and said, push. And I was like, okay. And when the guy left, get up. Don't ever do that again. You made us laugh.
So which version were we going to go after, Rogue?
We're going to go to the updated version of
17.4 or
7
Alpha
days.
18?
We're going to go into their Alpha 18.
Sweet. I just pulled up the support form now. I'm looking through it.
Yeah, no, I'm...
Def loop improvements.
Yeah. So yeah, we're going to go directly to the Alpha 18. We're going to play around with their Alpha build on that one. And if shit goes weird, well, shit weird. But I want to play with the new toys. I'm curious on how badly we can be completely anally raped or raped in general.
Yeah. New infection system and dysentery and food poisoning.
Well, I see that I left that out for a reason. So thank you, Sparky.
Sorry, I didn't know. I'm looking at it right here.
I'm
so
glad that
anyone
Pen
can
was
look it
to
up.
hear that, because if she was, I have to infect you guys differently now.
You can infect people now? Did they give the game AIDS?
He's got to give it
not yet, but give it time. They have what's considered the zombie version of AIDS.
I'm surprised they don't make you pay for this game as long. I'm really that's kind of neat.
Your microphone is really silent, Jim Max.
Okay.
Up a little bit. He's up to 200%.
At 200.
I can't get into I can get into it, but I can't see any of my games.
It's over 9,000!
Okay. Eyes. Are you vomit sounds?
Rogue wants that to be a surprise. Yes, I wanted that to be a surprise, William. It's one of those things, you got a new disease. I mean, come on, I'm kind of a weird demon like that for a reason. I mean, most people are very infatuated with being infected. So yes, I like the fact that. Oh shit! It pops up with the Alpha 18. Nice.
Okay, I'm back.
Because right now I'm loading up the game, getting it all ready to go. Windslayer's already
firewood stacks. Oh, that's nice.
Oh yeah, like I said, this is going to be a fascinating little game attempt all the way through.
Yeah.
So
modular hoist sets, firefighter helmets, wood bunny. Wow.
Let's see here. We're gonna go with. Let's see here. Let's say if I do a new game. All right, so that means you'd be crafting some new shit. All right.
Okay, so I'm seeing something here, and it's got me intrigued, and it's got me concerned.
Yeah.
Zombie super rage.
Yes.
It's like, okay.
I mean, makes sense, doesn't it? Alright, I gotta figure what kind of hairstyle I'm gonna have. Let's see here. What will I go with?
Yeah, as whenever I get done stream today, I'm gonna re-upload the game and change some things on my character and get them ready.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm still learning the game. I've just barely scratched the surface.
Oh, they removed 32-bit Windows support.
Yes.
You have to go 64 now, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know who wouldn't go 64-bit anymore.
Well, they still have the color ratio, so Draconith, if he ever comes back into game, he'll be able to make himself as red as possible. Yes, he's our red face character.
No
Holy
issues.
shit. New beards. Alright, I'll go with that. Makes life easier.
No sound effect when refueling auger or chainsaw.
Yeah, I will do that.
Oh, backpacks may vanish if Jeff is on a steep slope.
Yes!
That's a known issue. Wow.
Oh yeah. But realistically, do you really care that the backpack might disappear?
Yeah.
Especially if you have somebody that changes the rule set of the game.
Yeah.
That the backpack would just automatically disappear regardless.
Yeah.
Aha. So let's see here. 24-hour cycle, 16. Holy shit! I can up. Okay, guess what? We're doing 120 minutes. Difficulty: Nomad, Warrior, Survivalist, Insane,
Nightmare.
Oh no, there's something called Insane.
Insane, huh?
Yes. Insane. Quote, "You're one brave mother."
Yeah, zombies.
Survivalist. Kids, don't try this at home.
All moment.
Yeah.
They're running and horrible and everywhere.
Yeah. Warrior.
10 seconds.
Yeah. Nomad is designed for an experienced first-person player. Warrior, you are starting to impress. Survivalist, obviously, don't try this at home. So yeah, I'm gonna go with, for now, Survivalist. Day length 18. All right. Blood moon range 0. In the morning, zombies do whatever they do normally.
Have a blood moon every night.
Update your. How do you make a character?
All right. So when you start the game,
I know you get to choose like body types, but how do you actually like edit the body?
Okay, so you want to create your own character. I'm gonna go back. It'd be a lot easier. Go into the new game, and then from there you'll be able, because from there you're supposed to select a certain character list.
Yeah.
But you can actually do a created character, which is a sub option that they have in the actual list. When you type in the name of the character, and from there you will create. It'll ask you to create an account, and from there you'll be able to create the character. So it's about a 3-step process.
Okay. So you basically have to start the game and then choose the character and then create it from there.
Yeah, you choose whether you want to take the list or create, and from there, if you go create, then you have to create the actual account name for that character because it goes into the list that they have. It's a procedurally generated list. Up to, I think it's 16 base characters that they have, male and female. And then from that, if you don't like any of those characters, you want to create a new one, it's got to add that name to the new list, which is going to be that character that exists in that world. I'm waiting for them to utilize the pre-generated character list for your NPCs. That would be interesting. Because that would just add a little bit more chaotic to the game.
of course.
Especially if, let's say, you've got one of those moments where you, as you play through, the moment you die, you start a brand new character. That character that was dead in game now becomes a zombie or something. That would be interesting.
And that would.
So,
but then again, I mean, wouldn't that also reset all your abilities and attributes too?
Yeah, it would take away some of your main abilities. For example, being able to hold a gun. Chances are, most zombies don't have that capability. But your speed in that would be a factor.
Mm-hmm.
So if you built yourself as a sprinter in that, guess what? Now you've got a zombie that's going to be 3 times the speed, especially during a blood moon. That would be scary.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to do a respawn time not every 30 days, but every, say, 10 days. You'll get a respawn on certain items. Drops everything on death. Tool bet only. Backpack. Just because. Backpack.
Just because you like to do that.
Yes. Blood Moon enemy count. I'm going to make it D4. No. 24.
Power cycle every 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Wow. You can do a lot of work.
You can do a lot of things in this game.
Yeah.
And that's one of the fun and interesting things, especially if you play Rogue. Rogue is one of those ones you could be out. He'll be like walking on the base.
Yeah.
And you'll go out to go hunt for supplies. And he'll go into a creative mode and then go high above you and fall around you. And then when you're in a building walking on something, he'll spawn in like 30 zombies at both entrances of the fucking building, and you're like, have fun.
Oh yeah, no, but again, it ultimately fun for especially for the people who are watching the stream, and because they're like, what the fuck is he doing now? And will these people catch him before shit goes real? Or those moments where you think you've got it all under control, like the bear den. And you don't realize that there's 2 fucking bears in the bear den. And then you get anally raped by at least one of them. Rogue shows up at the last moment, kind of going, what are you guys doing? And it's like, oh, we found this place. I'm like, uh-huh. And then all of a sudden, Bear shows up. I'm like, ah, shit, Bear. How many bullets am I using on this fucking bear? 20 bullets later, the bear goes down. You kind of go, okay. Try not to do that again. Yeah. Loot abundance. I'm going to build that up to about 200%.
Take over real quick. I got something I got to look at.
Oh, okay. Don't worry. Rogue takes over pretty well. He's like that weird person that you kind of give up shit and shit gets real. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Rogue. I'm here to take over for some reason. So, how is you doing out there in Chatville? How's everybody doing in Chatville? Pan is still dead to us, so it's fine. So, yeah, no. Right now, I'm going to be behind the scenes, putting in spawning enemies on. Yes, please, many enemies, please, as many as you possibly give me. Player block damage. Really? Okay.
Jesus Christ! I warned you. I've done it again. I
has returned because I needed to use the restroom and then get my snackum.
You gotta snack them.
I had to get a snackum.
Why you had to get what kind of snackum did you get?
Some dried apples.
Dried apples.
Yep, dried apples.
Get that bitch a cannon. Bitches love cannons.
Bitch.
So you got an apple cannon. I got it. Jacob is playing COD. I remember, Jacob, try not to play with the CODs too often because eventually they die and you have to eat them. William, my Titans are getting beat up in the, what is it? Aptius. Wait, you're playing a certain, I don't know, 40k game? Goldfish are yummy. I don't know. I mean, I don't think the goldfish would like you to be yummy. Some of them just want you to leave them alone, especially the fighting type.
No.
Slayer snack? Yes, I think that's what he's referring to. At least I would hope it is. Otherwise, he's got like a bowl full of goldfish on the corner somewhere where he's pulling them up and swallowing them one at a time, just to not reminisce for his college or university years. Bitches love cannons. That's right, bitches do love cannons.
I'm a bitch and I love cannons.
Yes.
Turn it off!
No, why would I want to turn it? Alright, so kill strangers only. Yes, of course, I get to kill strangers. Claim block size. We're gonna go 71 blocks. Claiming
Wait a minute,
dead
are you
zone.
in the game right now?
Yeah, I'm kind of in the game setting it up. Claiming dead zones up to say 50 blocks. Claim duration. Sure, 7 days. Claim decay mode slow. Nah, slow's fine.
Apparently, Chance was being a bad dog.
No,
Really?
no, puppers are never bad dogs. They just make mistakes.
The entire front room is torn up.
No. You can never have a bad pupper. Puppers are not bad. It's the people that own the pupper that are bad. They did not learn how. They did not teach their puppers the proper respect, and the pupper kind of goes, you know what? This seems like something fun. I wasn't told I can't use this, so...
No, the pup has been told many a times he cannot do this or that, and he went hog wild today in the front room.
Yeah, but was it in his pupper language or in some kind of human that they don't understand?
This is why you gotta get the spray bottle. Because water's universal.
Dad does not walk on him. When you get the spray bottle, he thinks you're going to play with him.
No. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to get like a little bit of, the little flamethrowers every now and then. Pupper gets close to too close to something. A little spark shows up. A little bit of flames on the nuts. They kind of go, oh nope, that's a bad idea.
It was, I thought he was fine all day. And every time he comes in here, I give him a little bit of popcorn on the floor, he eats it, and goes on. And after he just going out of the room, laying up, no, he's tearing shit up. It's like, God damn it. Fiance's up, she's pissed off, and I was like, great. So I'm going to have to wait a little bit before I get the game fired up. I'm going to have to clean up our front room.
Yeah.
Wait, you're talking about updating the game? You're talking about updating the game because your pupper did something.
No, I'm going to have to wait to do that because I've got front room to clean.
No, I'm not saying we're doing it now.
Because you got to clean something up, but you could still do it today.
Yeah, I still do it. I'm going to do it today. I just can't do it when I get done streaming.
No, we're not doing any streaming. I'm just getting shit ready. Apparently, I'm loading up the game data.
No, I'm talking about getting the game set up after I get done streaming today.
No, I gathered that. I'm just being a complete douche.
Yeah. And I'm also going to stream it on my channel, too. So
you're going to stream on your channel? Are you allowed to do this? I don't know.
The game, Rose. Come on.
Yeah, no, I gathered that.
Since I can do that now.
Oh, you can do that now?
Supposedly, he can do that now.
Supposedly, yeah.
He might be lying.
Implemented it.
Yeah, we don't know if he can do that. We'll have to wait and see. Apparently, he has the ability to do so, but whether the computer says he can, that's a whole different thing.
Or the net.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta start.
Because you never know, the computer might say no.
Yeah. And we've been streaming for about 2 hours and 45 minutes. So it's about time to go ahead and cut this out for now.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Night, bitches.
Yeah, well, not exactly like
Sparky's
that.
got to do his whole spiel. It's not our show, Rogue.
Oh, yes.
We're guests.
It's my show, damn it.
Well, technically, it's yours and mine, Sparky.
Well, it's our show, yeah.
But Rogue and Jen.
No!
Oh, how many claims are you gonna get on that one?
Hopefully not, because I deafened you guys.
Oh, God. He was ready. He was ready for it.
Yeah, I was ready
I'm a
for
mushroom
it.
cloud laying motherfucker. I'm Super Fly TNT. I'm the grunt of the Navarone.
But with that, is there anything anyone wants to share before I end this?
Probably.
Oh, I do. I have one thing to show.
Alright.
All you have to do is head over to the GNF network. That's .com, and all related things. You'll see Penn there. You'll see me. Sometimes you might see Sparky. As for Jetmax, I don't know.
Alright, Penn?
If you give me in about an hour and 15 minutes, I'll probably be streaming more homework. But now it's actually using Game Maker, or one of the early versions of Game Maker.
Yeah, two weeks ago it was, we're gonna stream an hour after Sparky's stream. 8 hours later, we're now streaming.
Yeah, no, it was like, because, don't forget, I fucked up. And I was doing homework. I was doing math homework.
No, that was a week ago. I'm talking about 2 weeks ago.
No, that was last week.
There we go.
No, it was...
That was last week.
You wasn't streaming last week.
No, I wasn't, because I was doing math homework last week.
And 2 weeks ago, you said you
Remember,
were
I
going to
was doing
stream...
math during the stream.
No. 2 weeks ago, you were
No,
going
it
to
wasn't
stream...
2 weeks ago.
Not the math homework, your game stuff. Your game stuff. Okay, you were streaming your game stuff, and you're like, I'm gonna stream an hour to 2 hours after Sparky's stream. 8 hours later, you finally start streaming your game stuff because I guess food came in, and then you went to take a nap.
That probably was because I kept on getting interrupted for bullshit. Because don't forget, I still wouldn't leave with my parents. Okay, I am subjugated to other shit outside of my control. Unlike certain Sparkys who live in their own damn house, and rogues who live in their own damn house.
I'm just giving you a hard time, Penn.
I know you're giving me a hard time. I'm giving you a hard back time for giving me a hard time. Fuck.
You're giving me a hard back time for giving you a hard time?
I'm giving you a hard time back, alright? Fuck.
I think
you
we
heard of
got
people who are dyslexic? Penn does come in at a second best.
Yes.
Draconis is the other one that's a good one to get wind up if we can actually get him to play. But yeah.
But this week, as far as the channel goes, on my end, Jim Max, you there?
No, he's dead.
He's dead. Okay. I don't know if Jim Max is doing anything special. McKenna Tuesdays is not this week. McKenna Tuesdays is every bi-week, so this week is a non-McKenna Tuesdays week. But tomorrow, before I stream 7 Days to Die, I'm going to have Super Mario Brothers 3 out, and then after that, we'll be streaming on both GNF and my channel. 2 different.
And somewhere along the line, we'll get it. We'll get a certain Faye to actually do that shit too.
Yeah. Yes, I will. I will. I will.
We kind of need to have. It'd be fun to have 3 different viewpoints of a game streaming.
If there was only a way to get all 3 viewpoints in the same stream, so you'd see us bounce back and forth between the different viewpoints.
Well, here's how you do it.
Pan, there is a way of doing it, and you have to unfortunately subject yourself to the new software that I have to give you.
Okay, fine. Something else to play with.
Yeah.
And
But no, there is a way you can do it. Stream 3 different locations, download the videos, put the videos together, and then re-upload it.
But that's but I'm talking about live.
No. All you have to have is one basic software now that actually you can do multiple viewage on one area. I'll give you the software after we're done.
All right, we'll see how that goes.
Uh-huh.
Rogue.
But yeah, that's all I got basically for this week. Is
Get out.
yeah, it's
Getting out of here. What are we doing?
Oh, hang on, I'm chilling. Damn it! Fuck. I might end up tonight playing a little bit of Mega Man Legends 3. We'll be going through Nino Island's ruins if I do. So there's that one, and that's about all I got. And with that, let's go ahead and
good night, folks.
Let's go ahead and cue up the music. So with that, thank you for joining everyone who came in. There's a lot of people today. I'm not gonna attempt to try to read off everyone that was in here because I'm not gonna be able to scroll up all the way up to do that. But thank you for everyone who joined in. Please like, subscribe. Please check out Pen and her stream on her Twitch channel.
It would be twitch.tv/trickdesigns.
Yep. Check her out and check out Gene Apple on the Rogue's channel. And
it's a community channel. Rogue has his own little thing that happens. All you have to do is type in the Canadian Rogue, one word, into your Google search, whatever search engine that you have, and I will pop up. Scary thought. But if you want GNF related stuff, I would head over to, again, gnfnetwork.com.
Yep. So with that, we're out of here. Have a fun day, everyone.